Got drunk at the Hilly, I can't PD, and I can't find my Willie.
I'm just here for a little attention.
Yeah, I got severe hypertension. So why you trying to get to know a Higgy better?
Canton whores, Bella's mom and Schmarietta.
I don't know, I'll give it a go. ATF's big show, I ain't no hoe.
I don't need a new man with a double D rack. Never mind, Higgy, your game is whack.
You're the whacker to my weed.
Your game is whack.
I'm not trying to hear that, see?
I'm not one of the girls trying to get locked down.
Prince Higgy, baby, Jameson Crown.
I get down with the Hilly low comp ticket.
16 whiskeys is how I kick it.
And you get excited for a midnight snack. I already told you, your game is whack.
You're the whacker to my weed.
Your game is whack.
I'm not trying to hear that, see?
Your game is whack.
You're the whacker to my weed.
Your game is whack.
I'm not trying to hear that.
I like sleeping alone. This won't go all night. A little needy and strange.
It's true love at first sight. I'm the real deal. I do what I gotta do. From the rip, my whole heart's for you.
Your whole heart is not for me. Not a half, not a quarter, not a clock, not a read.
You know what's the problem? You're trouble and you're hot. I'm big, thick neck daddy Higgy. He's not.
I got a question, not to be rude. Are you queer? Cause you keep calling me dude.
Are you glad that you had walked me out? No self-doubt and you didn't cop out. No last words, I'll just mutter abide. Don't diss the caterpillar and sweat the butterfly.
All of them girls must have got you gas.
And when they see a good thing, they don't triple bypass.
Well, for this town, that's right on track. Cause for me, your game's too whack.
You're the whacker to my weed.
Your game is whack.
I'm not trying to hear that, see?
Game is whack.
You're the whacker to my weed.
Your game is whack.
I'm not trying to hear that. What am I? Another pretty face getting you a drink from my military base? All I gotta know is why did you use me?
You talking? Psh, excuse me.
We can't have nothing.
You wear it depends.
Well, if we ain't getting married, then we can't be friends.
Well, then I guess it's nothing.
Well, hey, I think you're puffing.
Well, pass that weed.
I won't weed whack nothing. You better catch a flashback. Remember, you ain't tapping it. You ain't my style, and I'm not having it.
All I remember from that late night kiss is I'm more the mister, you're more the miss.
Well, look, I treat you good.
Treat yourself better.
And I always call my mom.
Write her a love letter.
I greet you every day with a martini at the door.
You won't last a year, you're overgrown bed sore.
Well, I'm known in this town, and now that's a piss.
I got no one to blame but myself and Melissa.
You didn't answer me, Karen. Am I a good kisser?
Don't remember, had a lot of Hennessy.
A lot of girls out there that won't say no.
The ones you take to your crib with Berkey.
Boom, now all my feelings is getting fatter. All I want to do is drink.
My name's Aidan Kearney, also known as Turtleboy.
He is a senior editor for Turtleboy Daily News.
I'm a big fan.
We've broken hundreds of stories that the mainstream media won't touch.
Some blogger in Massachusetts who's getting to the bottom of this better than anybody.
Why is it Turtleboy that is covering such important issues? Where is the rest of the media?
You did not say that you were going to take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby.
Stop it.
Don't you want to ask some questions? I know you do.
I do. I know.
People don't like the things that I say and want me to stop saying them, but I won't. I'm never going to stop. These are the kind of stories that must be told.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Noise. Go, baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom.
You can't
stop me? So who gon' stop me? You can't stop me. So who gon' stop me? You can't stop me. So who gon' stop me? You can't stop me. So who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time.
Tick, tick, boom.
Boom. What's up, people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good, good, excellent. Welcome to the final live show, guys. Before I go on vacation, I will be going on vacation next week. Leaving on Saturday, returning on the Saturday after that. I will be, of course, in a place where Jill Daniels hates.
Okay, no, you don't, because you're a fucking loser. Oh, I went to Truro because somebody gave me a thing.
Yeah, I'll be going back to Truro because someone gave me a thing, and I will be there from Saturday to Saturday. Actually, I'm like a stone's throw away from the Provincetown border. So if you're up in that area, maybe I'll see you around. I won't be doing the thing. I'm just taking the kids this year, so I won't be like out partying or eating people's pizzas late night like I was last year. But we will be there. An awesome place from the Turtle Rider, who's been a real big supporter of mine for several years. He's made it in life, and he owns a house in Truro that he just lets me use, and it's like an amazing house. Like, how can I say no? And I love, like, every time I go to that house, I'm like, this is why you gotta work hard in life. It's like, I want a house in Truro, right? I want a house in the Cape. Anywhere in the Cape will do, but Truro would be the best. That's the best town in the Cape. So anyway, yeah, I'll be out there. But anyway, if you're new here, guys, my name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of names if you'd like. I go by Turtleboy, Uncle Turtleboy. I prefer Dr. Turtleboy. That's my preferred pronoun of choice. I don't mind being called Daddy. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes it could be a little bit weird. I will allow you to call me that if you want, but I won't mandate it. You can call me Journalism Jesus. You can call me A. Timothy Kearney. Alan Jackson calls me Crowd Daddy. Melanie Little calls me Don Daddy. No, Don Turtle. What does she call it? I don't know. Don. Just the Don. I guess I'm the Don. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m., guys, and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Smash that subscribe button. Help us get to, what are we at now? Now that the trial's over, it's obviously like the amount of, subscribe. Like it used to skyrocket by the day. Now it's, going at its normal rate again. So I'm up to 162,573. I know there are 4,100 people watching on YouTube. We just got started. I know that at least 500 of you people haven't smashed the subscribe button. So go ahead and do that for me right now, if you wouldn't mind. So, all right, cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. So if you guys have any messages that you want read on the program tonight on my YouTube presentation, you can click at the link at the top for something called Turtle Chat. You can pay whatever amount of money you want, and when you do that, I get a notification and I read your message and I read it out loud to the class. Or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. So, whatever you want to do, we can do it that way. Okay, cool. Also, before I begin, I have a special announcement. Okay, special announcement here. We've added someone new to the Turtleboy legal defense team. Do you guys know who it is? Can you guys guess in the comments? In the chat, we've added a new, the position is data analyst / paralegal. I don't know if that's like an official term, but definitely data analyst is more than whatever. And it's like legit, or you figured it was John Barron. It was John Barron. He says, oh God, the John Barron thing. It's wild. No, it looks like a lot of people got the right answer. Yeah. How did you guys know? Did she say something? Yeah, it's Olivia. Olivia has been added to the Turtle Boy legal defense team. She's part of the dream team now. And she's a very welcome addition to the team because Olivia Lamb is her real name. I don't know where the O comes from, but there's Olivia Lamb. And she is, obviously, I've followed Olivia's work since she started gracing Twitter sometime in, I don't remember when in 2023, she showed up on the scene with these long tweets that were really insightful and wicked smart. And I remember the fake victim thought that she was Karen Reed. She's like, that's Karen Reed, because she was like so smart, the tweets. And I'm like, no, she was always jealous of like anytime I said nice things about people. So like, I loved the Olivia Lamb account, Lambo. And I love that account. And I was like, oh yeah, this person's wicked smart. I like to listen to them. Yeah, I like smart people. I just always like smart people, and she's extremely smart. So we're adding Olivia to the team. I actually, I've never seen her before. I've never met her, and I've never like seen her on any. I've heard her voice on shows, but I've never seen her like on a show. And so I'm like, we did a Zoom meeting the other day, our first Zoom introduction meeting. And I saw Olivia Lamb in the flesh. Her face was moving around and words were coming out, and it's her. So she's real. And it was great to see her and chat it up with her for a bit. And she's going to be a great addition to the Turtle Boy legal defense team. And we're looking forward to that. So that's that. Okay. She's on Justice Served. No, has she been a guest on there? I'm not sure. But yeah, like, the lips are moving, words are coming out. It wasn't AI. Like it was she was real. So it is what it is. So there's that. I'll tell you who's not real though, is John Barron is not a real person. It is an anonymous Twitter account, and hopefully that's died down. Like, dude, just Twitter's run wild, and the internet's run wild with this Jessica Leslie thing, which oh my God, they've lost her. Shaun of the Golf's back. We got to talk about that. Oh, Esther came back today. She made her glorious return. She, hid out for a couple weeks in shame, and then she thinks she can make a comeback now. And it's just not, I'm just not, no, just get the fuck out of here. Like, just go away. Nobody likes you. Like, don't forget, SD I witnessed her taking a seat from Nate Reed and from Kelly Reed multiple times inside that courtroom and just would not get up for them because she wanted to be on TV. That's the most unforgivable thing I've ever seen, and really says everything you need to know about her. So anyway, that's that. But yeah. Okay. What else is going on? Yeah. So yeah, the Jessica Leslie thing, we're going to get into that. Shaun of the Golf is back. He has lost his mind again. He is spreading nothing but disinformation. I think that Jessica Leslie, needs to get ahead of this. And I don't think she understands. She's not like if my understanding is she had no idea who I was. Her source friend had to alert her to that. She had to alert her to who I am. Like when she found out that she was on this grand jury, she's like, she didn't know what Karen Reed was. She didn't know what any of this shit was. And her source friend had to explain to her who I was. So it is the biggest lie ever that this woman, that it's like, you should see all the disinformation. Let me read the Shaun of the Golf Boomer post today in his Going Through the Motions Facebook group. I don't know if he tweeted this at all. What the fuck is it? Hold on one second. All right. So Shaun of the Golf posts the following. He says, unusual federal treatment, ? Reports emerging from the Joe Moakley federal courthouse today are raising eyebrows, he says, raising eyebrows. So first of all, she was at Moakley federal courthouse today because she was entering a plea of guilty on charges of what was she? I don't know what she pled guilty to. She pled guilty to criminal contempt is the official charge, criminal contempt. And so, so she was down at the courthouse today doing that. And Moakley Courthouse has an entrance there, but it also has a back entrance that anyone can just walk out of, like Tanya Fernandez Anderson went out the back door, and the media was all waiting for her. Her there. Apparently, today her lawyer Keith Halpern walked out the front door where the media all was, and they were waiting for her, and she just went out the back door, and so they didn't see her or whatever. But they were all down there. That's why she needs to get in front of this. If I'm her, and just end it, like when they realize the truth, when the media finds out the truth about this story, that this is simply a woman who a week ago, as I said, she messaged, as it turns out, wasn't even a group chat. It's one person. She messaged one friend, now former friend, I guess, one friend, and told her about details about what had happened in the federal grand jury, like what had Proctor said that day, like stuff like that. And she didn't even understand the significance of the case until her friend told her this stuff. Apparently, that's my understanding of it. And at no point does the friend ever reach out to me and tell me this. This friend has been messaging me on Twitter for a couple of years now. And in no point does the friend ever say anything to me about having a friend on the federal grand jury, because she knows what I would have said next. Give me all the tea. Tell me everything. Come on, just do it. I would have talked her into it, you know? And so this is, I messaged the friend on Sunday and I said, I think it would help if I showed our old messages and showed that not once did you ever message me anything about the grand jury, because she never did. She's never mentioned me, never messaged me about it. And then she goes, well, I never did message me about the federal grand jury. That would be really dumb, because obviously you have a big audience and would share that information, and the government would see that and they would know. So I would never, ever tell you. I obviously knew it was a secret, even though everyone knew the existence of the federal grand jury and even knew who was there on certain days. People literally sat outside there taking pictures. Small pieces of information did get dropped on Twitter about the federal grand jury. Even Plevin and Grant wrote shit that wasn't public information. And it was fact, like it was true, the things that they were saying. But nobody would know, of course. So how did they know? Well, they know, of course, because they talked, well, at least Plevin talks to the McAlberts. So the McAlberts, it's not a crime for the McAlberts to tell Plevin about what they testified to. It is a crime for a grand juror to do that. Okay. So it would make sense if Plevin actually had more information about what occurred inside the grand jury room than I did. That would make perfect sense, because he talks to them and I don't. And he says, even Plevin and Grant wrote that wasn't public info. How did they know? They did not learn it from me or you. And then she says, I don't recall you ever even sharing anything private about the grand jury. Like Grant and Plevin knew more than you. Even the Sea Monster account knew more than you did. So there you go. So, I mean, this is the source who posted the stuff about the CDLs. Again, we've been over this before. This person was getting information about the federal grand jury that was going on, and she knew about the indictments about the CDLs and posted about it 5 days before they were it was announced that they were indicted. So 5 days beforehand, she's posting about it. The feds see that. They're like, okay, obviously you're talking to someone. There's some sort of leak. And remember, the feds don't even need to actually take your phone. they get all your messages. They can just go on the cloud. They can see exactly who you're talking to. So when they go to her and they confront her with her tweet, first of all, they would have had to like subpoena Twitter to even find out who this person is, because there's a alt account, and they tracked her down. They visited her. They obviously knew the feds don't ask questions that they don't know the answers to. So they track her down. They ask her all these questions, and like she tells them the truth. Yeah, I did. We were talking about the grand jury. You got me. It was like one woman who I don't even know this woman's last name. I didn't even ask. I don't care. Okay. She's just some woman on Twitter who I don't know, who's into the Kearney case. That's it. That's the whole story, bro. That's it. Wait, turtle chat. Why are people saying that? Oh, it's not top? It's not pinned? Oh, we forgot to pin turtle chat. Hold on. So why didn't somebody say something? Nobody texted me about that. Hold on. Nobody text me about that? You guys are killing me. Hold on. I got to go put that up now. Can't get any turtle chats if it's not there. All right. I'll pin it. I got it. Got it. Okay, cool. It's pinned now. So anyway, you guys get the point here. So I think that Jessica Leslie just needs to, I don't think she understands that like speculation is going to run wild about this until she just comes out and has her lawyer make a statement and just says, like, look at guys, this is fucking stupid. Like, she messaged, there's no deals. No one flipped. She didn't give up somebody bigger. She just told one person about the grand jury of no particular influence, or she didn't message me. She didn't know who I was. She didn't message Karen Reed. She didn't do any of that shit. She just messaged her friend. And guess what? That's the truth of the matter. And all you fucking retards out there, like Dara Murphy, who are like speculating about this shit, keep going. I urge you to keep talking, because you're going to get the receipts on this one. And I am going to rub it in your fucking face like you've never had anything rubbed in your face before. And for the rest of your fucking life on the internet, we are just going to constantly remind you of that time you went full retard on the internet for a couple weeks there. And I told you, I fucking told you, I wouldn't lie to you. I told you, as a matter of fact, I swear on everything sacred to me. That is the whole truth with the story. Jessica Leslie messaged a friend, and that's it. That's the only person that she messaged about this. That's it. And you can spend all day speculating online like a fucking retard, or you can trust daddy. Whatever the fuck you want to do. My record speaks for itself. It's immaculate. So let me read Sean of the Gulf's post. Unusual federal treatment, he posts. Reports emerging from the Joe Moakley federal courthouse today are raising eyebrows. Reports. Sources confirm that FBI agents escorted Jessica Leslie, the former grand juror now facing charges tied to the unauthorized release of federal grand jury information, through secured back entrances in private parking areas, bypassing the main public corridors altogether. So Sean has sources that saw FBI agents escorting Jessica Leslie to her car. And none of them took a picture of it, of course. None of them took a fucking picture. I know, as a matter of fact, an undeniable fact, and I am going to prove this. I have a source. I have the best source you could possibly have in this shit. Okay? That this is completely untrue. She was not escorted to her car by FBI agents. That is a complete and total lie. It came from Sean of the Gulf, so you should probably assume it's a lie. Okay. But you don't have to trust me. I don't give a fuck if you trust me or not. It means nothing to me if you trust me or not. Right? You're going to see. You're going to see. And you just remember this. Remember this. Look at how confident I am saying this. Something's going to come out about this. I am 1000% certain of it. I know it is a fact. I know the date it's going to come out. I know exactly when this is coming out. And you're going to look fucking retarded. You're going to look like the fucking idiot geriatric boomer that you are, McDonough, you fucking fraud piece of shit. Go back to the fucking Gulf where your ass belongs. Back to obscurity. No one's listening to you. I fucking buried you about 8 months ago. I took out my fucking shovel. I dug a hole and I threw your old boomer geriatric fucking ass in that fucking hole. And I buried you once and for all. You can try to climb out of that hole all you want. I'm just going to keep throwing more dirt on it. Get back in your hole, McDonough. He goes on to say, she was shuttled in and out of the court via access points, typically reserved for high-value cooperators, protected witnesses, or individuals under threat, not ordinary defendants. Ooh. Let's be clear. This level of accommodation is not standard for someone simply accused of gossiping about a CDL scandal. Ooh. Something doesn't add up. What else did she leak? And who is she really protecting? Oh, the truth. But of course, Jessica Leslie doesn't go online. Like, she's like not on Twitter. She's not seeing any of this shit. So she has no idea the online speculation about her right now. Like none. And I'm seeing these people like Mike Shute. I think I've talked to him before. He goes, Mike Shute says, wait, isn't Mike's the teacher, right? Mike. Yeah. Mike says something is up. Mike, I'm telling you right now, Goat Boy, nothing is up, bro. Like, I swear to God, on everybody I fucking love, on who's dead, alive, everything. I swear to God on their eternal souls, nothing is up. Don't embarrass yourself by fucking falling for this shit. It's embarrassing. Like, you got to stop, bro. You got to stop. I swear to fucking God, I wouldn't lie to you. Nothing is up. Nothing. I mean, you could believe something's up, but I swear to God to you, one woman gabbed to her girlfriend. That's it. This whole thing Sean on the Gulf Road about an escort, that never fucking happened. That whole thing is made up. I know who she walked to her car with. I know fucking everything. I know shit Sean doesn't know. Sean lives in fucking Tampa or some shit, right? He doesn't live here. He doesn't know fucking anything. He's got no sources. He just makes shit up, right? Stay on the hunt, Sean. We need answers. Did these people miss this whole thing? We are all watching. Oh, God. Spilling the tea. Oh, yeah. Love it when you spill, Sean in the Gulf. I'm a little confused on which grand jury. Was it the CDL or Karen Reed? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What else? I'm thinking it's more about who she gave this information to. No, JC Marie, you fucking retard. She gave this information to her friend. To her friend. One person. That's it. That's the story. That's the whole fucking story. Are you listening, stupid? Are you fucking listening? Are you fucking listening? You can believe me now, or you can believe me when the receipts come out in about 2 weeks. How about that? What else are they saying? I am so confused about this. What is the big secret? What did she say that she should not have? Oh, God. Oh, God. Like, this is a crime. Somebody said, somebody goes, so Dot says, so there's a woman named Dot. She goes, I'm so confused about this. What is the big secret? What did she say that she should not have? And then Mark Mahoney says, she's not supposed to say anything at all. Nothing about the grand jury. She's instructed regarding at the beginning and typically reminds periodically. It is a crime to speak about anything that goes on in a grand jury. True. It is actually a crime, right? But the fact that she got 1 day in jail kind of shows how unserious they're taking this. Okay. Anyway, somebody goes further. The whole enchilada just smacks of public officials as targets. No, Melanie Parker, who I think used to write to me when I was in jail. No, Melanie, no, there's no targets. There's no public officials are not target. There's no targets. There's no targets. The target is Jessica Leslie. That's it. She was naughty. She got spanked, and that's it. Oh my God. Then somebody goes, the admin of this page, Sean of the Golf, is an expert, Mark Mahoney says. If he thinks it's noteworthy, then it's noteworthy. Oh my God. I cannot believe there's still people buying into this. No one knows definitively whether she spoke about the Reed case or not. No, I do. She did speak about the Reed case. She did. She told her friend, one friend, about the Reed case. She did. I know that as a fact. I talked to the friend. I've seen the receipts. That means she might not have, or she might have. That's why people are interested, because it's unknown. No, it's not unknown. It's fucking known, you retard. You listen to Mark? It's fucking known. I'm telling you right now. Because it's unknown, and there are indirect indications that she might have. Some people find that interesting. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's see what else. So Sean in the Golf says, the back channel, all caps, the B is capitalized and C is capitalized. Like this is like proper nouns. The back channel confirmed. He's got a back channel now. He's got 5 guys in the back channel. The back channel confirmed the FBI escort from an eyewitness at the rear of the courthouse. Ooh, the back channel. Somebody goes, what is a back channel? And it's Sean of the Golf's new YouTube channel. Oh, he's got a new YouTube channel. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, everything's coming up, Sean. Everything's coming to McDonough, isn't it? And then, okay, so this is what Sean says next. Leslie disclosed the names of various witnesses appearing before the grand jury and the substance of their testimony and other evidence presented to the grand jury. Yes, she did do that. She disclosed all of that to her girlfriend. All while said information was under seal, federal prosecutor said. While the charging documents did not specify that she was a grand juror in the Reed case, sources confirmed to the ABC News said she was. Yes, Turtleboy also confirms that. Jessica Leslie was a grand juror in the Reed case, and she did leak information about the Reed case to her girlfriend. This is the stupid. I can't believe this is a story. Like, I can't believe the fucking Boston Globe and all these people are down there because they're all desperately holding on to the hope that this story is like, oh my God, it's the next. Bro, it's the most boring fucking story. I assure you. Jessica, I wish, and this is from a guy who makes his bone. It makes like I make a living off of salacious stories. I want nothing more than this to be a salacious story, but it's not, unfortunately. Somebody goes, could there be bigger fish to come out of this? And Sean goes, at some point. Oh, will they be more specific eventually? Lauren Luttrell says. And Sean says, I'm focused on the prosecutor's statement. Ooh, the boomer women love that. Anyway. And then Donna Salvato, who I've talked to Donna before, she goes, she has protection. That should tell you everything you need to know. No, Donna, she doesn't have protection and it doesn't tell you anything. Sean's just making shit up. Just once you figure that out, that Sean's just full of shit, it starts to make sense. But anyway, and then you see this idiot's post. So, oh my God, Dare has been crazy old Dare is on a tear. Let me pull hers up. All right, so here's her rant today. Let's see what she's working with. During a very brief hearing today in Moakley Federal Court in Boston, Jessica Leslie agreed to plead guilty to one felony count of contempt for leaking secret grand jury material about the Karen Reed case to unknown parties. They're not unknown to me. They're not yet unknown. So this is a lie. This is what's called a lie, Dara. They're not yet unknown. They're very known by me. And it's not parties, plural. It's one person. She sent this to one person, and it's all in the discovery. You're going to see. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Leslie leaked information about the identities of witnesses and the substances of their testimonies between August of 2022, that's before the Reed thing even happened, and March of 2024. So she was gabbing about this for a while. The feds began investigating her as early as 2024, obtaining at least 5 separate search warrants related to the case against her. Leslie's plea agreement includes 2 years of probation, a very small fine of $100, and no prison time. Such an extremely lenient sentence agreement for felony contempt of court is almost unheard of. Yeah, almost as if it's like a just not that serious. Yeah, maybe it's just not that serious. Except in cases where the defendant has agreed to fully cooperate, oh, for fuck's sake, with a larger investigation into some other subjects and targets. So I can tell you right now, as a matter of fact, and this is an undeniable fact that is going to come out and be proven. This is with, you heard it here first. This is undeniably true. Okay. Jessica Leslie has not cooperated with anyone at all. She has made no deals with the government besides taking this plea. That's it. That's it. She hasn't agreed to give anyone up. She hasn't talked to them about anything. They got her. They got her messages. They got her dead to rights. That's it. Given the scant detail from the feds about to whom Leslie leaked the Karen Reed grand jury info and how these secret materials were used. Scant details from the feds about whom Leslie leaked the grand jury info. I know who she leaked it to. It was her friend, the source, and how they were used. They weren't. For the most part, it stayed in the private chat, except the one tweet about the CDLs. That's the only one she'd let loose. It's probably safe to assume that the feds are looking very closely at the main players in the state trial against Karen Reed. It's probably safe to assume that the feds are looking close to the people involved in the Karen Reed case and the major commentators and journalists who promoted a groundswell of public support, both for. So this is just her. It is probably safe to assume, she said. No, Dara, you fucking retard. Time to go back to the retard corner, Dara. It is not probably safe to assume that. You are just wrong. Like, there's no other way around it. You are wrong. Period. Point blank wrong. Just like these are, the idiots are running wild these days. They're on there. They are spending all day trying to figure out this John Barron account. I have never seen such shenanigans in my life. Oh my God. First, it was a few months ago. Oh, this all started with Esty. She accused the account was like critical of her. So Esty wanted attention and she got it. And the troll account, John Barron, started like making fun of her. And so it was like on a mission to find out who was running the John Barron account. And she started blaming everyone. She started blaming Deanna. She started blaming Meredith, all this shit, just nonsense. Wrong. Then she started blaming the new one is Nick Rocco. They started blaming Nick Rocco for being the John Barron account. It's fucking insane. And then she started blaming the new one that they're all in on is Jimmy, aka Auntie Deb. They're like John Barron. The John Barron account is, if you look at it, it's like an anti-Karen Reed account, right? That, do I have it here? If I could go to the account, let's see what it says. Hold on. John Barron. I don't even know how to spell it. Anyway, I can't even find it. All right, actually, I think I found it over here. So when I go to the John Barron account, let's just look at it real quick. Oh, tits. Okay. Not bad. There's Jason Broyles. Okay. So it makes fun of Nan. Okay. Who else does it make fun of? It makes fun of it makes fun. It makes fun of Paula the juror. Okay, so it makes fun. It makes fun of BLT. All right. It makes fun of who else? Christie. Okay, it makes fun of more boots on the ground people. Boston Brandy here. It defends Krusty. It appears. Oh, it's defending SD apparently. No, I don't fucking know. It's just like, who cares? Also, it attacks Meredith. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, really, it posts pictures of Este's doctor husband there. I don't know. Yeah, so it basically shits on all the Karen Reed people. And for some reason, these idiots on our side, by the way, have blindly determined that this account is run by Auntie Deb and Nick Rocco, both of whom are pretty big supporters of Karen Reed and me and the movement in general. And it's just, this is what they're doing. This is what that fucking fat fuck, that hairy fat fuck, John Como, that fucking, oh my, I used to like that guy too. He is the biggest chick I've ever met in my life. He just sits online all fucking day and gossips and spends his entire day being like, ooh, big name drop coming soon. Receipts coming soon on that. He's a fucking retard, that guy. I can't believe I ever liked him. Go dress up as a duck and go fucking sit outside Chris Albert's house. That's the only thing you're good for, you fat fuck. But anyway, that's that. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm in a mood tonight. I'm in a mood. But I mean, it's like, Auntie, you're gonna go after Auntie Deb? I mean, give me a break, will you? Can we talk about the Canton Chronicles? I don't even know what that is, BLT. I don't even know what that is. So, you know, I think that's the thing you tagged me in about. Yeah, I guess Lucky Loughran is doing an interview. We're speaking of John Como, because apparently they know each other personally, and he's going to do an interview with him. Cool, good for him. That's all I got. It's like, you know, I don't have a problem. Wow, it's like, it's a free country. Go on whoever shows you. You know what I mean? I don't own Lucky Loughran. Good for him. I'm glad he's getting the word out there. I'd love to have Lucky on my show sometime, and maybe I will follow up with him after the vacation, and have him on my program, on my YouTube presentation. You know, I'd love to have him on here to talk about that. But you know, it's like, obviously it would be a lot more viewed if he came on my show. But wherever he wants to go on, you know, go on. I'd love to have Lucky on sometime. So, but I certainly don't own Lucky, and you know, it's like he's a free man in a free country, and he's free to go on whatever program he wants. The most important part about Lucky Loughran is he's a hero who, you know, could have been bullied into silence like a lot of other cowards are, like Steve Scanlon, that pussy, that fucking loser. If I ever see that fucking guy, oh my God. But he didn't. He just told the truth. He did this crazy thing like Nicholas Barros, where he just got up there and he just told the truth, and he was not going to be bullied, and he was not going to be scared, and he was not going to be shamed or humiliated or anything like that. You know, so love Lucky. Hope he tells his story. So there's that. All right, cool. Anyway, back to what was I going to say? Let me read some turtle chats, shall we? Let me find it. All right. Got a bunch here. I got to bang on. Hold on. All right. Melanie J sends $10 and goes, Dr. Daddy, what are your thoughts, if any, audiobooks? What are your thoughts, if any, about audiobooks versus reading books? Any thoughts on To Kill a Mockingbird in audiobook? Read by Sissy Spacek. I don't know who that. Who's Sissy Spacek? I don't even know who that is. I need an opinion from my sex cult leader so bad. I am your sex cult leader, Melanie. Never forget that. But I've never listened to a book on tape in my life. I'm old school. I like reading books. I like reading books at the beach, and just like to relax, And so I'm definitely not a books on tape guy. If that answers your question, so thank you. Next up, Suzanne sends $10. Goes, Doctor, I'm glad you're finally taking a vacation Saturday. Can you do a Friday night show instead? I need my weekend daddy fix. Probably not, unless something big comes up. Probably not, but you'll get your daddy fix when I get back. Thanks. Asserin Fish sends $50 and goes, listen, Turtle, awesome interview with Melanie the other day. Did I hear? I'm glad you guys liked the interview with Melanie. That was great, man. That was great. And take note, anybody who wants to do the interview. It's like, it wasn't a great interview with Melanie because I was doing anything different. I was the same person I was on every single interview, but it's just a matter of listen to the things she asked me. It's like, those are the things that she went places no one has gone before. She started asking me about my divorce. And what else? She asked me about really interesting shit that nobody asked me before. There's got to be something that you're interested in, like that. Think about when you do an interview, think about what do I want to learn from this person? And what does my audience want to learn from this person that they haven't talked about before, and don't necessarily just stick to your script of your questions that you've written out beforehand, go with the flow, based on your answers to things, go with that too. It was just such a natural 3-hour conversation that went back and forth between the two of us. It was just so natural. It was just like two people talking, and but it was questions. It was a question and answer format. And it was just all good, interesting questions. So I think that's why the Melanie interview went so well. Last night I went on Making Law Simple, and there was a lot of cooks for sure in there. But it was an interesting format with the Legos. We built, if you guys didn't watch it, we built Legos. I made a police thing. I made this last night. It took me 3 hours to make this. And, but we were all doing it. We were all just he sent me Legos in the mail, and we spent 3 hours putting Legos together. And at the end, you didn't realize, and we were just having a conversation about it too, So it's just chill out, just have a good time, ask some interesting questions, and you'll get some interesting answers, So I think that's why the Melanie interview was so good, So it goes on to say, did I hear correctly? You're an Eagle Scout. Yes, I am an Eagle Scout. Something we both have in common. Nice. Song idea, a parody of Stan by Eminem as sung by Krusty and the Fake Victim as they become increasingly unhinged over you. That's actually not a bad idea. If we could do a parody of that, of each of them, or combined with one, that's actually the perfect song for that. And a bonus question, when you taught history, did you have a favorite part of history to teach? I definitely answered that on one of the programs I was on. I forgot which one. World War II. I think it was last night. World War II and the Civil Rights Movement. Those are my favorite parts of history to teach. So there we go. Okay, cool. Next up, Wally the Beer Man sends $10, goes, I appreciate you saying what you did on the Saturday night show about vigilante justice. No matter how bad people act, no person should be taking extreme measures of violence into their own hands. I would love to buy a prison turtle t-shirt if you put them in the store. Yeah, maybe we can put those back up there for sure, Wally. But I was wrong about Aaron Spencer. I didn't know anything about the case. That was not vigilante justice. That was actually sounds like he was trying to save his daughter's life. Like vigilante justice is getting revenge on someone, you know? So there's that. All right. Wally the Beer Man gives another 20 and says the Higgins song by Auntie Deb is absolutely fire. Please leave it as your opening music. In the Turtleboy motion picture, my vote is for Martin Starr. Google search Bill Haverchuck from Freaks and Geeks to play Hank Brennan. Please contact me for great casting ideas. More Turtleboy raps, please. Thank you. Okay, Wally. Thank you, sir. Woohoo Worldwide sends $25, goes, love the FKR song and intro. Thanks for conducting a thorough internal investigation of the Commonwealth. Free Dr. Turtleboy. Woohoo. Thank you, sir. Mr. Ed Sullivan sends $10, goes, when you read my horse rap Dono as Mr. Ed Sullivan on Saturday, I laughed so hard I could not stop laughing to even get to sleep. So I'm doubling my Dono, Mr. Ed Sullivan. Okay, thank you, sir. Wally the Beer Man sends another $20 and goes, you're the best, Crowd Daddy. If Michael Morrissey gets replaced and the state applies pressure to try and find who actually killed John O'Keefe, who of all the McAlbert Higgies would you expect to be the lead birdie that sings, or the person to be holding some piece of evidence to incriminate the others and try to get a deal? I don't know. Whoever they got to first. I don't know the answer to that one. So thank you, sir. Next up, Kimberly sends $10. And oh, that's another tip for interviews. I'm going to take that. Exactly. See how I didn't get into that question? I don't like questions like that. I don't like hypotheticals about who do you think would squeal first? It's not fucking happening. So I don't fucking, you know what I mean? Or what do you think happened inside the house? I hate that question. I fucking hate that question when people ask that. What do you think happened in the head? I don't fucking know. You tell me. John went in and he fucking got killed. Okay. I don't really care what happened inside that house. They fucking killed him. What does it matter what way they killed him? What the fuck does that matter? Seriously, what does that matter? All of them are guilty of murder because he was killed inside that house and they covered it up. Period. Point blank. That's it. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter who fucking pushed him. It doesn't matter who delivered the fatal blow. Nothing else matters. They're all guilty of murder. They're all fucking murderers. Period. I mean, I don't understand people's obsession with that question about what happened when he went in the house. Who cares? Who cares? He went in the house. That's all that matters. He went in the fucking house and he didn't come out till they put him on the lawn. There you go. Thank you. Next up, Kim sends $10 and goes, I actually thought the MLS Lego collab was one of the top 5. I loved seeing you in that light. My question is, what are your thoughts on the ex-cesspool receipts about the Esther Reed parody account? So I have not seen that at all. Other than I think Jennifer Altman did admit to being behind the account. Was one of the people behind the account. I don't fucking know. So other than that, all I see is online speculation. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Who cares who's behind the account? It's funny. Fine. I did the account. Fine. I'll just say I did it. Okay. Will that make everybody happy? I did the whole fucking thing. I did the whole thing. I made and that shit was fucking funny, wasn't it? You laughed. You fucking laughed. I did the whole thing. It was all me. Now what? Who gives a fuck who's behind a funny parody account? Seriously, who gives a fuck? I mean, what do you want to send him a Christmas card? A thank you? Because that shit was hilarious. That was the funniest parody account I've ever seen. Ever. Besides maybe the Plevin one. I don't know. It's up there though. All right, next. Sarah sends $10, goes, hey, Doc, the Lego on MLS was fun last night. I wonder if Lego makes a build-your-own dildo set. You could send it to Krusty. She can build it and then go fuck herself. That's a good one. I like that. Thomas Autonomous Anonymous sends $5, goes, Krusty, just give us Morrissey. Yes, please do. LTL Media sends $25, goes, Doc, keep up the good work. Oh, by the way, Sean of the Gulf is still a cuck. There we go. Absolutely. Thank you, LTL, my dude. Christy sends $10, goes, Doctor, are you going to cover Long Island Audit's case? I listened to your video the other day, and I need the turtle on it. I will definitely be following that case. He is being arraigned in New London on Friday. I can't go because I got my son that day. It's like my daughter has cheer camp or something, of course. So I'll have my son all day, which I love, but it just restricts my mobility about where I can go. As much as I'd like to take him to, hey, son, we're going to New London to see Long Island Audits. I don't think he would be down for that. I don't think he would find that fun for a 7-year-old. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Anyway, what else are we going to say? Let's see. Where are we at? Sherry sends $25, goes, listen, Dr. Daddy, big fan. Go Bradle, Bettero, free Turtle Boy. Have a nice vacation. Well, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Mary sends $5, goes, hi, Dr. Turtle Boy. YouTube loophole lawyer was in full support of you on the Aussie Insider. He said, I did see that video. I watched this video on that. I've never watched his content before. He's an interesting guy. He said that the interviewer needed to have asked one question at a time, not compound questions. He said that no one could answer the questions as they were asked. Yeah, but he was very polite about it too. He wasn't like mean. He wasn't like throwing names. He was giving advice. And honestly, like I watched the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad somebody else said it. That's not me. It's like, cause I was sitting there. I think that the video is titled like, is Turtle Boy a diva or something? And I think his conclusion was, no, he's not. Like he gave it his best shot. I tried, bro. I challenge you to listen to those questions and answer them better than I did. You can't, I challenge anyone to do that. That's all I'm saying. I gave it my best shot. Gina sends $10 and goes, Dr. Turtle Boy, can you please wish my friend, who is also my boss, a happy 34th birthday this Friday, as well as her fiance, Nick, a happy 35th birthday this Saturday. I love them both, and free Turtle Boy. Absolutely. Happy birthday, boss and fiance, Nick. Excellent. Pam sends $10, goes, hey, Crowd Daddy, because of you, I feel like I live in Massachusetts. Have a great vacation. Well, thank you, Pam. You're too kind. Ghost of Ozzy Osbourne sends $15, goes, Ozzy's tribute to your YouTube presentation. They say I'm a madman, but at least I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. That's more than I can say for half the people who write about me. Ozzy, forever unapologetically himself, just like you. Well, that's high praise. And R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Okay. This is a long one, $10 from SD Not Read. I'll read what I can, but I may not agree with some of your politics, but I like you overall and support your right to exercise your 1A. That said, please consider this constructive criticism. Your reporting on Myles King seems unfair. Okay, we'll see where this goes. All of Proctor's cases require serious skepticism. True. I don't know if King is guilty or innocent. He's guilty. But I do know you and Karen Reed weren't the first people to be framed by police. Bro, stop right there. We can get into this. Myles King is not Karen Reed, okay? It's a unique situation. Karen Reed's innocent because the facts show she's innocent. Myles King doesn't have, they got video of him everywhere going to and from the murder scene. Oh, and also he's like a degenerate piece of shit gangster rapper who glorifies guns and violence. And oh yeah, he was arrested outside of that same guy's house 2 years earlier with a loaded gun inside a stolen fucking car. Okay, enough. I understand Michael Proctor's a piece of shit. It doesn't mean all bad guys are fucking innocent. It doesn't. He's a bad dude. Brian Walsh is a bad dude. These are fucking bad dudes. Okay. And that's the danger of what Michael Proctor did, to Karen Reed is that because he fucked up the Karen Reed case so bad, all these bad dudes could walk free. Oh my God, that guy is as guilty as sin. He's got rights. He's got a right to a trial and all this shit, 100%. But don't tell me, that's what's outrageous about this, is that he's guilty and he might get away with it. That's outrageous. Here, where the government actors have demonstrated a pattern of framing defendants, the King case deserves a critical eye. Oh, I looked at it. I gave it a critical eye. I looked up and down the charging documents just like I did with Karen Reed. He's guilty. He shot Marquise Simmons. He did it. In broad daylight, too, by the way. They got him on 1,000,001 fucking cameras. Oh, and by the way, the man's dying words, the dead guy's dying words, was Myles King did it. That's his fucking, the dead guy ID'd him. That's his longtime rival. Okay, he fucking did it. He murdered him. Stop it. Defendants deserve the presumption of innocence, especially with the crooked government actors involved. But it seems like you rushed to Judge King. Oh, there was no rush. This was a thorough review. He may not be the perfect victim to rally behind because he's not. The person he killed is a victim. Stop it. But that doesn't mean he's guilty. Oh, he's guilty. Your skepticism of the state police is what earned you the trust of many of your supporters, myself included. It would be nice to see that here too. Well, let me tell you something. Okay. Right. Doesn't mean I can be as skeptical as I want of the state police. You know what I'm not skeptical of? Video evidence. You know what they didn't have in Karen Reed's case? Video evidence. They did the exact opposite. Proctor in that case actually did his job. He got video evidence of everything. They didn't doctor that stuff. I challenge you to read the charging documents in his case and tell me how he's fucking innocent. I swear to God, these people, thank you for the $10, but that was a stupid comment. Hello Kitty sends $25 and goes, did you ever announce something or somewhere you will be going? You hinted previously that it was in a state you haven't been. Yeah, it's annoying me because my contact with this is giving me the runaround and is like, oh, you can't announce it yet. It's like, I told her, I'm like, I'll give you fucking another week. Then I'm just fucking announcing. I don't give a shit. I'm not playing these fucking games. These people jerking my chain around. I've been like, it's all announced it soon because I'm so sick of this shit. And I got to tell her that like, homie, don't play that. I don't play like that. All right. It's like, I'm not one of these people you just dick around for a couple months. Like if I'm fucking invited, I'm fucking invited. I'm announcing. I'm not doing this shit. Anyway. Next up. Tracy sends $10, goes, wishing your town of Holden and my town of Walpole the best of luck in the Massachusetts Little League playoffs this weekend in Beverly. Yeah, the Holden Little Leaguers, they did well again. I saw it. My 8-year-old is a T-ball failure, but I love to watch the road to Williamsport. Go get them, boys. Yes. Okay. How about that? Brittany sends $10 and goes, I hope you have a great trip to the beach. I don't live anywhere near a beach, so I haven't been. The motion KP showed in her video was about Proctor's text messages, so she is wrong again. Congrats on getting Olivia on your team. I have no idea she was an attorney. She's not an attorney at all, to be clear. She's a data analyst for us. So there's that. Donna sends $10 and goes, I don't care if Esther Reed is Meredith or Jen or Deanna. It's me. It doesn't change the fact that Esty is a shit person and did all of the things that the Esther Reed account posted. The account is fucking brilliant. Can you ask her to start tweeting again? I'm having Esther Reed withdrawals. Yes. Whoever's behind the Esther Reed account, feel free to go at it again. Who gives a shit who you are? Right? Let's go. Joellen sends $25 and says, hashtag free Turtleboy. Well, thank you very much, Joellen. Morgan sends $10, goes, ever notice that every police chief in a murder investigation will say in a press conference to the alleged suspect that they're trying to find, we will find you and you will be held accountable. Wouldn't that technically be witness intimidation since the suspect is a potential witness who could testify and that could cause them emotional distress? Yeah, totally could. Totally could. that shows how dumb the law is. It needs to change. I mean, you could also argue that like the whole process of being indicted and charged can cause you emotional distress. So every defendant is undergoing emotional distress, every single one. And every single one of them is, you know, a potential witness in their own case. So there's that. All right, let me read some cash apps here. Scott sends $5. Okay, this is inappropriate. I'll just read it because he sent it to me. And he goes, how many times a day did you jerk off in jail? I mean, he paid $5. I have to read it. How many times a day did you jerk off in jail? Well, Scott, thanks for asking, first of all. I'm glad you're concerned about that. But for starters, I had a camera in my room. It was horrible. Like I'm on film the whole fucking time. With that said, you have to get creative. Okay. So it's not like it was far less than on the outside. Far less. Like it was like, first of all, there's no internet. This is no like Pornhub or anything like that. There's no sexting, right? There's nothing. It's all up, everything that's up here. That's it. That's all you've got left is what's up here. Okay. And you're on fucking video. You got to get real creative in there. Right. And I'm not doing it in the shower either. That's nasty. Nasty. Walsh probably fucking jerks off and I shower in the same fucking thing as Walsh. No, I'm not doing that shit. No. But it's weird that a dude would ask that question. Scott, why are you, what the hell? Okay. All right. So anyway, okay. That was a question I wasn't thinking I was going to get asked tonight, but I was. Okay. And that's the only cash up I think we have tonight. Okay, so far. So, all right. I'll refresh the rest later. If you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy. Let me start here with this whole Myles King thing. All right. Before we get into what happened with Lally. Oops. All right. All right. So 21-year-old Milton man named Myles King was arrested for the murder of Marquis Simmons in 2021, July. The lead investigator was Proctor, and I talked about this in Canton Cover Up, part 58. I detailed how differently Proctor investigated the murder compared to John O'Keefe's murder. He was meticulous in obtaining surveillance footage, blah, blah, blah. They knocked on doors. I mean, just read the article if you haven't already. But I just searched the keyword video in the charging documents. Detectives traced Mr. Simmons, the victim's travels on moped from Mr. Waller's home through Mattapan into Milton from video from a residence on Blue Hill Ave in Milton. So they went to some guy's home, got video surveillance footage there, right? The detectives observed the black Mercedes with dark front wheel rim traveling northbound and turning right onto Belvoir Road at 6:02. Approximately 20 seconds later, they observed from this same video Mr. Simmons turning left on his moped. So they got Myles King's car turning directly onto the street that the victim is turning onto within 20 seconds of him, and then he's dead. Okay. They were able to retrieve surveillance video from Tucker Elementary School at Blue Hills Parkway. From the footage, detectives observed at approximately 6:06 a black male wearing charcoal gray pants, a gray sweatshirt, and a red undershirt in dark colored footwear running through the front parking lot of the Tucker School. He enters the frame from the area in front of Blue Hills Parkway. It appears that the male is holding something on the right side of his sweatshirt. At 6:06, the detective further observed a black Mercedes sedan with significant window tint operating at a high rate of speed southbound on Blue Hills Parkway. drive past the school. At 6:07, the same male is observed on the footage. Oak Street runs parallel to Belvoir Road between Blue Hills Parkway and Blue Hill Avenue. In addition to the aforementioned video from the Tucker School, they also received video from a residence on Oak Street depicting the same black male as he runs past 71 Oak Street, ending as the male crosses in front of 67 Oak Street. Further resident video depicts the same male emerging from a wooded area of Oak Street, now no longer wearing the gray sweatshirt, rather wearing the red undershirt visible underneath the sweatshirt from the Tucker School video. So they got this guy running around everywhere. On July 12th and 13th, in the discarding clothing, coming out of the woods, you name it. All shit that Proctor and Bukkake did not do in the investigation of John O'Keefe's death. Even though pulling surveillance footage would have certainly helped them nail Karen Reed, if in fact she did kill John O'Keefe with her car, they would have been able to get angles of that video of that car all over the place. In the days and weeks following the shooting, investigators retrieved security camera video from various businesses on the Washington Street and Columbus Ave in Roxbury. Detectives had learned from defendant's King mother that she last saw her at the barber shop. Okay. So they got him dead to rights. Just look at all this video. Okay. So here he is. There's Myles King. There's Milton police going door to door asking to look at surveillance video. And then again in 2019, King was found sitting outside the victim's residence in a stolen car with a loaded gun underneath the driver's seat with the pistol hammer cocked back. Okay. And so this is the guy that Mr. Turtle Chat here thinks is innocent. Just look at this.
Hey, yo, bro, pull up. CJ here, bro, J here. Everybody here. Hey, Brace, look at 2 niggas.
But this guy right here is free now. Okay. This guy is free because of Michael Proctor and Adam Lally. He is free because of them.
Gang. Cat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cat.
Yeah.
Bunch of hammers in the B&B. She on my body in the B&B. Split some gaming, now we in the V. It's on my way, she left it in the V. Bunch of shooters in the B&B. Car crackers in the B&B. Trap stars in the B&B. Freaky bitches in the B&B. Got some Remy in the B&B. G-Locks in the B&B. Casamigos in the B&B. Real killers in the B&B.
Oh my God. What is this noise pollution? I don't even know what this is. We got the whole American League in the house here. We got the White Sox over here. So the Rays, we got the Blue Jays here. We got everything. And some people are like, at least they're stopping the spread. They're not 6 feet apart, but some of them have masks on. But they have guns, which are probably more dangerous than COVID, I would argue.
Bunch of hammers in the B&B. She on my body in the B&B. Couple bands, that's a good day. 33, let the clip hang. She making threats, cause I don't want it. Don't make me pull out my sis J. Every weekend it's a new up down. If we ain't do it, we don't smoke them. But you know it's still fuck them. Catch a nigga in the function. Trapping always been my hobby. If I don't got the pole, you know I man's got it. Other side, they be losing. They clicking up cause they need help. Ride fast, no seatbelt. Keep it strapped like a seatbelt. Nice body with a mean mouth. She suck a nigga till the knee up. Real shooters is a trap store. Don't need help to get the pack up. Bro shot him, he forgot to put mask on. Smooth niggas still got through. You ain't ride a nigga shot you. Niggas be tough on Facebook. I'm a beast like G Herbo. Off the lean, I be thinking I'm seeing purple. Hop out the car and they do hurdles. As for the low, hit me up if you do perk. This pump bar still dead niggas. If you need some side, hit seat out. These spitters of guns, that's G-Lock. But I come my case with a sig. Came through, we can show you something. You know, everything we do is big. Bunch of hammers in the B&B. She on my body in the B&B. Split some gaming, now we in the V. It's on my way, she left it in the V.
I can't believe somebody sent in a turtle chat and was fucking retarded enough to compare this maggot to Karen Reed. Like somebody actually thought, I'm going to send $10 in and not sound retarded. And maybe Turtle Boy won't roast me for this because I sent $10. No, that's retarded. Okay. This guy, how fucking stupid are you to compare this guy to Karen Reed? This guy's a fucking idiot. He's going to jail for the rest of his life. He should, at least, right? Because he's a danger to society and he will contribute nothing ever. Like, as long as this guy is free, nothing good or positive will come out of him. Like, this is what he wants to do in life, right? Is make gangster rap videos and shoot people and shit. That's all he wants to do. He is never going to get a real job. Like, he's never going to, be a productive member of society. This is it. What you're seeing on video. This is his life plan. Okay. And no, some people are bad. Okay. Karen Reed cases fuck people up to be like, oh, criminal defendants are always not guilty and everyone's being framed. Whoa, easy. Guy's a shitbag. I mean, every video.
Yeah, so Mitchell and Nuts treat her like throwbacks. And my neck is VVS's, ain't no rhinestones. They be living in the past.
Look at all that money. So this guy claims he can't afford more than $2,500 bail, and like every video is him holding much more money than that. So anyway, check that out if you haven't already. Like, if you read the actual charging documents on this guy, it's just, they got him dead to rights, man. But anyway, this has been going on for almost 4 years now, this case. And the discovery has not been handed over to his defense attorney, Rosemary Scapicchio, which is a problem because she's a bulldog, right? And all this late discovery hasn't been handed in. Go down the list. All this shit. Right? And including search warrants for affidavits, right? The court noted the defendant is indigent, right, and that he's been detained for the last 4 years. So, on June 2nd, Judge Doolin lowers his bail to $100,000 cash. The bail was at $1 million before. Now he gets it to 100,000. Okay. And he says the Commonwealth asserts it as a strong case against the defendant. Police reports and other documents which have not previously been turned over to the defendant despite the age of the case. Okay. And he goes, however, he is charged. The defendant has been held in custody for 4 years. He has strong family support and a minimal record. However, he is charged with murder, and the case, at least on the surface, looks strong. So Doolin sets the bail at 100,000. Then a month later, Scapicchio files another motion to lower the bail to 2,500. And what is her primary argument? That none of the discovery has been handed over. Okay? And so that's Michael Proctor's fault. So now Michael Proctor is giving this defense attorney, very capable defense attorney who will capitalize on this, the option to go into court and be like, hey, my client is sitting in jail right now when he has a right to a speedy trial, but he's being denied a speedy trial because they're not handing over the discovery. So he's just sitting there rotting away. And he needs to be free until trial. And so the court lowered the bail to $10,000 cash, which he got up. And as soon as he gets out of jail, first thing he does, goes right back to what he does before. Here's me with the whole stack of cash. No guns this time. No guns. And then yesterday, now we'll play the Adam Lally here. We got to go listen to the hearing, shall we? Over on the Young Jerks. All right. So I didn't think this was actually going to happen, but she filed a motion to have Adam Lally and Michael Proctor testify about the discovery, about the outstanding discovery. Like, you're allowed to get to the bottom of this and figure out why isn't this been handed in? Like, it's an evidentiary hearing. Auntie Bev specifically denied Karen Reed's defense team the ability to have an evidentiary hearing in her case. In this case, no. What? And for the record, I hope Myles King goes free. I hope he does. I hope Brian Walsh goes free. I hope they all go free. Right? I want chaos. That's what I want. That's the only way shit's going to get fixed, with chaos. I'm a fan of chaos right now at this point. Not enough people aren't going to care about Karen Reed being free because Karen Reed's innocent. So they don't really care if Karen Reed is free or not, because Maura Healey knows that, like, well, yeah, but she's not going to hurt anyone. Like, okay, no big deal. Karen Reed's free. She probably didn't do it anyway, so what do I care? Like, no one's going to get hurt from Karen Reed being free. But you start letting people like this out, like, you think Myles King, what do you think he's going to go to get a job at Fidelity? What's he going to do? Okay. So she has a right to call. So she calls subpoenas Lally and Proctor. Proctor doesn't show up, even though he had a subpoena. He said he was on vacation. But the hearing, luckily, he never would have come to him. They ran out of time. And so they're continuing it to August 5th. So Proctor should be back from his vacation then. I mean, he's been on vacation for the last year or so since he was placed on unpaid leave and then subsequently fired. I've heard that he's working in construction. I got an email the other day from a source that told me that he's working in construction. I can't confirm if that's true or not, but a lot of my sources have turned out to be true. Okay. So let's play some Lally testimonies. It was so funny seeing Lally on the stand.
How many times do you email for the same document before you go to the state police and start to have a sit down with them?
I think it varies. I'm going to be the search warrants I review.
Just right now, we're talking about the state police.
Of items I'm looking for, and obviously when I receive something, then yeah, that would get checked off the list as far as I'm not looking for that anymore because I have it.
Okay. So if you got a set of grand jury minutes from a witness that you know testified in front of the grand jury, you check that off your list.
Well, as far as yes, I mean, I was at the grand jury, so I know who testified at the grand jury. But as far as receiving the minutes, yes, I'm aware of the dates, and when I receive the minutes, then that would check that off the list.
I missed, I think, a question and answer. One question earlier. I think the question was, do you keep records of what you requested? What was your answer to that question?
So records, as far as what was requested, I would always have, at least in some form, some sort of running list of items I was looking for, and then if I received an item, then that would be something that would be off the list. Now that list.
He's not really in Truro, is he? He better fucking leave. If he's actually there, he needs to leave. He can't stay there.
Would be obviously added to as information develops, and there might be additional items that I'm looking for.
And presumably because it's on the list, you've made the request?
Yes.
Okay.
And so you'd have whatever's on the list, you'd have emails requesting that information. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then if they email back, you'd have checks off of your list that you got whatever it was. You know, maybe you were asking for 10 things and you got 5. You check those 5 things off your list. Is that right?
Yes.
Is there any other mechanism you used to document what you got from, just right now we're talking about the state police, Trooper Tully and Trooper Proctor?
I'm sorry, any other mechanism of
keeping track of what they're producing for you? Is it all just emails and check marks on a list? Or is there some other way that you keep track as well?
No, I mean, it would be something that I would have a list of items that are outstanding that would be, followed up on if they hadn't been received at that point, and then I would follow up with whoever the appropriate person was to get copies of those.
And these lists remain in the file? Your lists with the check marks remain in the file?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Okay. And have you reviewed any of them before you testified here today?
No.
Okay. Is there a reason you didn't review the file before you testified here today?
I don't have a file.
You work for the DA's office, right?
I do.
And it's in the DA's office, right?
Yes.
And you knew you were going to be asked questions about this case, right?
Yes.
And you didn't do anything to educate yourself about what you did initially on the case?
Objection. This is our witness. Well, I'm not sure I agree with that as an objection, but I'm going to sustain the objection as to the relevance. He did not review the file. Next question.
So what did you review in preparation for your testimony here today?
I reviewed portions of the file. I reviewed some of the items that have been produced by ADA Hickman. I reviewed search warrants. I reviewed police reports. I reviewed.
So the judge in this is Judge Peter Krupp, also known as Peter Crap. He's good here. He fucking hates me though. He hates me. If you watch any of the hearings with Judge Crap, he hates me because I wrote about a politician by the name of Rebecca Rausch, who his family donates money to on the regular and lives in his town. And I called Rebecca Rausch a communist pig several times because that's what she is. Becca Rausch is a communist pig. State Senator Becca Rausch, the worst on COVID, the absolute worst on COVID. She just sucks. You're a fucking communist pig. And he donates a lot of money to her, or his family does. And I'm sure the guy read that, doesn't like me, and he just hates me. There's just no other. But on other stuff, he's good. But he hates me. and he's good in this though. I'll give him that.
You were asking specifically as far as checklists or notations. I didn't review those, but I did review. I have portions of the file. I have access to the file, and I did review portions of the file.
Okay, so you did review portions of the file.
Yes.
Now.
Oh, yes.
You just didn't review your checklist.
No.
Okay. Now, in terms of the Milton Police Department, do you also have emails going back and forth to the Milton Police Department asking for certain documents?
Yes.
And who in the police, would that be Lieutenant Collins?
Yes.
Anyone else in the Milton Police Department were you looking for documents from?
In this case, I don't believe so, no.
And did you keep the same type of list that you kept for the state police of outstanding things that you were looking for from the Milton Police Department?
Yes.
And what did you get back from the Milton Police Department? Do you remember?
Items of similar nature that they had access to as far as police reports, photographs. I don't believe Milton did any of the search warrants in this case, but other items of discovery video that they recovered, that there's a litany of different items.
A litany of different items?
Yes.
Okay. And those would all be memorialized by email? Is that how you did it?
Yes, that's I think what Mr. McGee attached as Exhibit 1. It's about 137 pages.
Of emails back and forth between the Milton Police Department and you?
Correct.
And so at what point do you know that you have all of, so other than, strike that, Milton Police, State Police, any other person or entity that you sought information for in this case?
Certainly.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Who's that?
Be the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, be the State Police Crime Lab. There were some items that were outsourced to Bodie Technology Lab in Lorton, Virginia, where they did some additional forensic testing pursuant to DNA. They have different methods that our lab does not. Milton Fire Department, I believe Fallon paramedics were involved in the transport of the victim, Mr. Simmons. That's all I can think of at this point.
Okay. And would you communicate with those agencies the same way you communicated with the State Police and the Milton Police via email?
For the most part, could have been phone call on some of those
All right, let's
issues.
stop there. If it was a phone call, how did you memorialize what you requested and what they said in a phone call?
Notes.
You have individual notes?
Notes.
And where would those notes be right now?
In the file.
Okay. So do you keep like a running page of all the notes that you've taken in the case with communications that you had with all the other entities and officers in State Police in this case?
Not all in one location, but it would be sort of divided up by different entities as far as what I was requesting from that specific entity and what I was looking for, what I was still waiting for, what was still outstanding, things of that nature.
Okay. So what happens when you ask for something, let's just say from the State Police, and they don't give it to you? What's the next thing you do?
The next thing I do would be to ask for it again.
Okay. How many times do you ask for it before you have a meeting with the State Police to look at their file?
Objection. The biggest objection I have here is that we're not speaking about any individual document, any individual date. Vague questions about policy.
This is general practice, generally Mr. Lally's practice. I think part of the issue here is we don't have very specific items that are being referred to, but I think
got no notes.
I'm going to overrule the objection and give.
He overrules the objection. He does this a bunch during this hearing. It's so refreshing to hear. And again, this guy, this is what he's like in this case. Let me show you what he's like in my case real quick. This is him in my case. This is him reading the Colin Albert quote.
It was satire or mention the videos I was mocking. This is how it was presented in court.
And you think a journalist can call up a witness and say, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. We'll fuck any of you dogs up. You think any journalist can call up a witness and say that and not have it be construed as witness intimidation or a threat?
I was indicted for intimidating Sergeant Yuri Buchanan because I asked him questions about his intentional choice.
Again, that's him quoting me. Listen,
follow
and not have list can call up a witness
and jury it was satire or mention the videos I was mocking. This is how it was presented in court.
And you think a journalist can call up a witness and say, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. We'll fuck any of you dogs up. You think any journalist can call up a witness and say that and not have it be construed as witness intimidation or a threat?
I was indicted.
I mean, he's got no sense of humor. He's all serious about it. And so that's him quoting me with the Colin Albert thing. And then over here, he's like overruled. It's like, where was overruled for me? You know?
Attorney Scapicchio, a little bit of leeway here in terms of general practice.
So in general, how many times do you email for the same document before you go to the State Police and start to have a sit down with them?
I think it varies. I think it would be depending on a lot of different factors as far as what the item is, what the explanation is for why I don't have it yet, whether it's not available or whether it's something that they're currently working on, or if it's something that I know has been completed and I've asked for it multiple times and I still don't have it. I'm not saying that even happened in this case, but if in a general practice, if that were something that were going on, then yes, I would want to sit down with somebody and figure out exactly what's going on.
Okay. So let me ask specific questions about this case. When you reached out, let's start with Trooper Proctor. In this case, looking for information and then emailed back and forth. Were there any occasions where you did not get the documents or the information that you were seeking from Trooper Proctor?
Yeah.
I don't recall anything specific other than if it was a situation where I'm looking for a report about something and that report hasn't been completed yet or that item hasn't been obtained yet for whatever reason. But I don't recall, in this case, ever asking for something and just not getting it.
Do you remember asking Trooper Proctor for the search warrants that he did in this case?
Yes.
And the affidavits accompanying the search warrants?
Yes.
And did he provide them to you?
What I received was a partial affidavit for search warrant.
Did he provide them to you, yes or no?
Some.
How many search warrants do you recall there being in the King Garden case?
In 2021 or beyond?
2021. How many search warrants? Yes.
6.
When you asked, did he sign all 6 search warrants? Is that fair to say?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay. And so when did you ask Trooper Proctor for the search warrants?
In July or August of 2021 when they were filed for.
Okay. And when did you get all 6 search warrants from Trooper Proctor?
I didn't get all 6 search warrants from Trooper Proctor.
You did not?
He did not get all 6. Like, what did he say a minute ago? He did not get the 6 search warrants from Trooper Proctor. And then listen to what he said a minute before that.
A situation where I'm looking for a report about something.
Questions about this case. When you reached out, let's start with Trooper Proctor. In this case, looking for information. And there were emails back and forth. Were there any occasions where you did not get the documents or the information that you were seeking from Trooper Proctor?
Were there any times when you reached out to Trooper Proctor and did not get what you needed from him?
I don't recall anything specific other than...
I don't recall anything specific.
If it was a situation where I'm looking for a report about something and that report hasn't been completed yet.
Fast forward a minute later.
Or August of 2021 when they were filed for.
Okay. And when did you get all 6 search warrants from Trooper Proctor?
I didn't get all 6 search warrants.
I didn't. I can't. Is there any time? Was there ever a time where you asked Proctor for something and didn't get it? I don't recall. Okay. So there was 6 search warrants that you asked for him. How many did you get from him? Oh, I didn't get any. But a minute ago, I didn't recall. What the fuck what? Oh my God, bro. You just contradicted what you said 60 seconds ago. What are you talking
about?
You did not.
I did not.
Okay. So did you get 1 search warrant from him?
From him specifically, I received a portion of the affidavit for search warrant 306 and the entire affidavit for search warrant 348.
Okay. So you got portions of 2 search warrants and you knew there were 6 search warrants. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you make notes somewhere in your file? Geez, I asked Trooper Proctor for these 6 search warrants. You haven't given them to me yet?
I believe, yes.
Okay. Those notes are in your file?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And then when you didn't get search warrants from Trooper Proctor, did you meet with him?
Yes, I mean, specific to that, I don't recall any specific meeting related to search warrants, but we did meet several times in relation to this investigation in this case.
But you understand that search warrants are Rule 14 automatic discovery, right? And you knew there were 6 search warrants, right?
I did.
And so when do you realize that you don't have all 6 search warrants? How long into the process? Do you know right away you don't have them all? Or do you not know for a long time you don't have them all?
I don't think I realized at that time that I didn't have them all.
So I guess I'm confused about how your system works. You said you had a system where if you asked for something and you didn't get it, you would then follow up with the police officer asking again and again. Did you do that with Trooper Proctor in this case with the 6 search warrants?
Yes, I believe so.
How many times did you email Trooper Proctor asking for the 6 search warrants?
I don't know.
More than 10?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. How far in between each email? Did you wait a month and email him again? Did you wait a week? Did you wait a day? How long in between your requests to Trooper Proctor to produce the 6 search warrants in this case?
I don't know.
You don't?
No.
Did you review your emails before you came here today?
Some of them, yes.
Did you see any emails to and from Trooper Proctor regarding the search warrants?
Yes.
How many did you see?
I don't recall.
More than 5?
Yes.
More than 10?
I don't know.
What are the dates of the first time you asked Trooper Proctor for the search warrant?
Specific date, I don't know.
How long before the next time you asked him for 6 search warrants?
Specifically, I don't know.
Was it months or weeks?
Weeks.
Weeks, based. Okay,
yes.
That's 2 times you asked him. What about the 3rd time? How much time went by?
I don't know.
Also weeks.
I don't know.
What about the 4th time?
Again, I don't know how many times and I don't know specific dates.
So I guess my question is, how does your system work if you're not getting the discovery that you're asking a police officer for, and you're asked for it, let's just say 5 times? What do? Do you go to the office and you sit down and say, give me these search warrants, I have to turn them over?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
You go to Trooper Proctor and say, give me the search warrants because I have to turn them over?
Yes.
When did you do that?
When?
Sometime prior to the defendant's arraignment in December of 21.
November of 21, did you say?
December of 21.
December of 21. So when you get to his office, do you go there or do you tell him to come to your office? I don't know how that works.
Either I don't
Remember how you met about the search warrants the first time?
In
other words, did he come to you or you go to him?
I don't know.
Okay. So you have a sit down.
Yes.
And you ask him for the search warrants. What did he say?
He will get them to me.
He will get them to me.
Yes.
Okay. If you tell him I have an obligation to turn this over because it's Rule 14 discovery, I need it right away, I've asked for it 5 times, what's the deal?
Those specific words, no, but the gist, yes.
Well, tell me what you said specifically.
I don't know.
Well, give me a best estimate of what you said. Trooper Proctor after you asked 5 times the search warrant that he didn't turn over.
Sustained.
So, did you keep any notes of your conversations with Trooper Proctor when you were asking for these 6 search warrants that he didn't give you?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm
Lally. It was
Lally.
something that I knew that was outstanding. It was something that I had asked for in written form numerous times. I didn't feel the need to write a note that I asked for it again.
So that's the first sit down. Did you send emails?
Lally is like a fucking machine. Like he's just like zero personality. He's like not even a real person. Just didn't do it. Didn't feel like it. Yes. No. Like he's like this guy's got. He must be the most boring person to hang out with, like in the world. I've never seen anyone with less personality than Lunchbox Lally. Absolutely no one has less personality than him. Like absolutely not. And this is like going around in circles. Like, so you asked Proctor. So you did ask Proctor for the search warrants and he just didn't hand them over. And then you asked him again. And then what happened? He said he'd get them to you. I mean, this is like fucking painful listening to this, how incompetent these people are.
After the first sit down saying, hey, you're probably going to send these 36 search warrants. I still don't have them.
Objection, assuming facts.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the
Did you
question?
send another email to Trooper Proctor after you had this sit down sometime in December of 2021 saying, hey, you still didn't send those 6 search warrants, can you send them over?
Yes.
How far after Mr. King's arraignment in December of 2021 did you send that email to Trooper Proctor?
I don't know.
Was it a year?
I don't think so, no.
What do you think? What's your best estimate of when you sent that email after you sat down with Trooper Proctor?
I would say probably a few months later.
All right, a few months.
Yes.
So February, March of 2022, is that what you think it is?
I don't recall specifically.
So when you're in this room with Trooper Proctor asking about the 6 search warrants, do you ask him for his file? Give me your whole file so I can go through it and figure out what's in it?
No.
Why not? You're there. There's outstanding discovery. You have the obligation, not the police officer. Why don't you ask?
I entrusted that whatever discovery I was requesting, I would get at some point in a timely fashion and then turn it over.
But you didn't get it. You asked for it 5 times. You didn't get it. You had to go see them. You have them right there now, and you still don't say, give me your file? Let me go through it?
No, I did not.
And when he says, you'll get the search warrants, I'll send them to you. Did he have them? Did he have copies of the search warrants? Did he want to give them to you?
That I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
You have to ask him.
Well,
You'd have to ask him. Oh, we will.
You don't get the search warrants in any event after that sit down, and you send another email. What's Trooper Proctor's response to that email?
Again, I don't know that I sent another email, but I know that there were subsequent conversations about it. Whether it was what format it was in, I don't know.
Okay, and at this point, you have to be getting a little upset with Trooper
Yeah,
Proctor. You're asking
right?
for information he's not getting, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled, yes.
I'm sorry, your question again?
You have to be getting a little upset at Trooper Proctor that you're asking him for information that he's not giving you, right?
I'd say upset, frustrated probably.
I'm sorry?
Frustrated probably.
Oh, he's talking smack. He's frustrated with Trooper Proctor that he's asking for these reports and they're not getting them. I also don't understand that I went over there to visit. Doesn't the detectives unit operate out of the Norfolk DA's office in Canton? That was my understanding, is that they operate out of there. I could be wrong.
Can we press side just briefly?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Sidebar. Lally playing on paper.
Repeatedly, obviously I never received. I don't know. I mean, I specific to the 6 search warrants, I don't recall as far as there was a topic that was discussed repeatedly. Obviously I never received them because I never provided them to you or to Ms. Costa.
Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is you knew they existed, and you knew that, let me say, you knew that all 6 search warrants existed, is that right?
Yes, we went through all six of the search warrants on the last day of the grand jury presentation on November 19th, 2021. That's in the grand jury minutes as far as going through each of the materials, each of the search warrants, that there were search warrants, how the material was obtained, and the material that was returned in response to 3 of the search warrants was marked as grand jury exhibits 33, 34, and 35.
Right, but not the search warrant.
Correct. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry.
Information in front of the grand jury about 6 search warrants that you hadn't seen, and you put returns or information that had been returned in front of the grand jury on search warrants you had never seen.
So with and I'm trying to. So with regard to those 3 search warrants, that was 306, 307, and 329, which were the call detail records for your client, the victim, Mr. Simmons, and Mr. Jeanette. The materials also that came back from the cell phone providers also contained a copy of the warrant, as well as the addendum to the warrant, which was then also provided to you and Ms. Costa in discovery.
But not the warrants themselves.
No, the warrants themselves and the addendums, not the application and not the affidavit.
Right, so you understand that in order to make a determination as to whether or not you're going to suppress that information, you actually need what you asked for and what you, in the affidavit that told the magistrate why you had probable cause, right?
Objection.
I can take judicial notice of that, and I'm sure Mr. Lally knows that.
So, you get in front of the grand jury. When do you present this case to the grand jury?
Began in July of 2021. That grand jury sat in July, August, and September. The presentation had not been completed at that point, so there was a motion to extend the grand jury, and I believe there was one subsequent date that we went before them on November 19th, 2021.
November what?
19th, 2021, that's when indictments were returned.
In 2021.
Correct.
Okay. So, at some point, when Mr. King is arraigned, you understand at that point, Rule 14 kicks in, right?
Yes, I mean, I'm thinking,
Right?
I'm thinking about Rule 14 well before that.
Okay. And you know, when you arraign this case, you still don't have the search warrant. You have another conversation with Trooper Proctor about, hey, where are these search warrants? I have to turn them over.
I'm sure I didn't.
And do you know when that would have been?
I don't.
Okay. And then, remember at some point, in December of 2021, receiving a discovery notice from me. You're perfectly trying.
Yes.
You should just sign the discovery notice.
Discovery motion or what is
Motion,
that?
I'm sorry, motion, Judge.
Yes.
Okay. And you remember, after having filed this motion, you asked the time to go through and make sure that you can comply with all requests, right?
Yes.
And you didn't have any specific objections to anything that I was asking for, right?
At that time, no.
Okay. May I first withdraw?
Yes.
Sorry.
Is that an exhibit? Is that a docket entry?
It is a docket entry, Judge.
You know what it is?
I think it's
Or we can mark that just so.
certain categories of information that we're looking for, right?
Yes.
And number one is all automatic mandatory discovery under Rule 14, right?
Correct.
Would you consider those search warrants automatic mandatory discovery under Rule 14?
Yes.
Okay. And we were looking for any and all statements of witnesses, is that right?
Yes.
And we were looking for all exculpatory information, whether
The document speaks for itself.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine, Judge. So after I filed this motion in December of 2021, you have another conversation with Trooper Proctor saying, give me the 6 search warrants.
Yep.
I'm sure I did. My general practice is if there's any discovery motion that's filed by counsel, what I'll do is I'll send that to the appropriate police personnel as far as making requests and making sure that they're apprised of what's been at least asked for.
And did you do that in this case? Did you send my motion for discovery to Trooper Proctor, to the Milton Police, to the crime lab, to the medical examiner's office? Did you send it to all those entities?
Every motion that you filed, yes.
Okay. And then what do you do to follow up with each of those entities? Let's start with the state police. They get a copy of my discovery motion. You're looking for all of the evidence that they have, and specifically these 6 search warrants that, for whatever reason, Trooper Proctor hasn't given you. When you follow up, how long does it take you to follow up from the time that you give them the motion until you get an answer from them?
Specifically, I don't know. Typically, I would give it a couple of weeks or so.
Okay.
And after a couple, in this case, did you give it a couple of weeks, you think?
Probably.
Okay. And then what happens?
Been 4
And then
years.
I'll follow up again.
When you say follow up, do you send another
4
email, or
years.
do you get in your car and drive down there and say, we got to end this, give me this now?
I would email or a phone call.
Okay. And so did you email a phone call, make a phone call to Trooper Proctor in this case?
I'm sure I did.
And what was his response?
I don't
When you
recall.
asked for the 6 search warrants?
I don't recall.
I
Well, do you have
don't
any notes
recall.
of your conversation with him? Maybe you're taking notes?
I don't believe so, no.
Is there a reason that you didn't take notes when you spoke to Trooper Proctor after these search warrants had become an issue? That you would take notes of what Trooper Proctor told you about the search warrants?
So you're asking me about a conversation that I don't recall specifically when it happened or exactly what was said. So whether or not I took notes for that conversation, I don't know. What I would do typically in my general practice is to follow up with whoever I had outstanding discovery requests in relation to try to get whatever information that I was seeking.
Okay, so did you follow up with Trooper Proctor about the 6 search warrants?
I'm sure I did.
I'm sure I did.
Amongst probably a number of other items.
And
Okay. And then you knew the case was going in for another date on discovery, right?
Yes.
And you knew you'd have to answer to the court what you've provided and what's outstanding. Isn't that typically how it goes on discovery date?
Yes.
Did you ever tell the court, geez, I have these 6 search warrants that Trooper Proctor has, I can't get my hands on them, can you issue an order or can you help me out here?
Did I do that? No.
So when you went to court, do you remember representing to the court that discovery was ongoing and that you were producing as much information as you could? Remember that?
Typically, that's what I would say if that was the case. Yes.
Okay. But you knew when you represented that to the court that you didn't have the search warrants, right?
Yes.
So what was your plan? How were you going to get them?
So what's your plan?
As I stated, what my practice would be if there was some outstanding item of discovery, I would request it and follow up if I hadn't received it.
But you did that. You requested it 5 times. You went to see him. Then you got my discovery motion. You sent that to him. You waited another month. And then what happened?
I don't recall.
I don't recall.
Well, don't you tell him, get me these things now. I'm coming down your office.
Objection. Overruled.
Overruled.
Did I ever tell him that? No.
Okay. So what do you do when he's not complying with your request? What's the policy in the office of the district?
What's the so when you ask one of your state police detectives upon whose reports you are relying to convict someone for a warrant or for a report or for whatever, and he's just giving you the runaround, like that's the way Lally's making it sound right now. I've asked him a bunch of times. He always says he's going to do it, and I never really press him on it. And he always just gives me the runaround. So what is your policy? Like, what do you do when you get the runaround from someone like this? You need that report. You obviously need it, right? There's no fire on your ass to like get this. Like, you just don't care about how this affects the case. Just doesn't bother you. What's going on? What do you do?
Attorney's office in Norfolk County when a state trooper is not complying with a request for discovery.
Objection.
Overruled if there is a policy.
What's the policy?
I don't know any specific policy related to that.
Okay. So you go to your supervisor then and say, hey, I've asked Trooper Proctor 5, 6, 7 times for these search warrants. I've been down to see him in person at least once. He's not giving them to me. What do I do?
No.
Did you ever have another case other than Mr. King and Ms. Gardner's case where a state trooper didn't give you search warrants that you had been asking for since before indictment?
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled.
Not that I recall, no.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I be heard on one slight issue? The discovery that
you see it though. Let's make sure
you're speaking about it a lot here.
No.
I've never seen it.
Attorney Scapicchio, can you just give it to Mr. McGee for a second?
What was
The bottom line is the witness said he received it, Judge. I know I wouldn't have not filed it. We talked about it in the hearing.
ADA Hickman did have a copy.
You do have a copy. That will be Exhibit 1.
And you didn't go to, when, also at some point, Judge, I'd like to mark the pre-trial conference report in this case.
Thank you.
So this had never happened to you before, Attorney Lally.
Did you really?
You didn't go to Lynn Beeman, who was your supervisor, and ask her what to do. What was your plan? How were you going to solve it?
What was your plan?
I don't recall specifically having a plan. If there was a situation where I was asking a trooper or a case officer for something and I had not yet received it, I might get that person's supervisor involved as far as saying I've asked for this a few times, I don't have it.
Okay, so let's stop there. Trooper Tully was Trooper Proctor's supervisor, is that right?
Yes.
Did you go to Trooper Tully and say, hey, I don't know what the deal is, but I can't get these 6 search warrants from Trooper Proctor. Can you have him send them to me?
Specifically about the search warrants, I don't recall.
You didn't go to a supervisor?
I don't know if I did or I didn't.
But as you sit here today, you don't remember going to a supervisor, is that right?
I know that there were a number of meetings in relation to discovery that Lieutenant Tully was present for, along with Trooper Proctor, but going specifically to his office to demand 6 search warrants, I don't recall that.
I don't recall that. So you didn't do it. You don't. It's not you don't recall that. So you don't. You just let them do whatever the fuck you want. The state police just walk all over you because who the fuck are you? And this perfectly sums up why Lally is the way he is. He's just like not going to step on any toes. The state police can do whatever they want. He doesn't like tell them, you guys are fucking up my case. It's just, he doesn't have any personality or fire to like get it done. You know?
So how much time goes by before you ask for the search warrants again?
I don't know.
Is it a year?
I don't know.
During the time period, you got to say that we were appearing in court every couple of months on discovery, right?
Yes.
Did you ever notify the court on any of those court appearances that you were having trouble getting custody of the 6 search warrants that were issued in this case?
No.
Okay. Now, you talked about having meetings, discovery meetings. Tell us what those are.
At various points, probably more towards the early stages, or if there's something that's significant that comes up, it would be just a meeting in relation to, this is the discovery that's outstanding. This is what I'm looking for. What's the ETA on this? When should I expect to receive this?
And are those meetings in person or on the phone?
Typically in person.
And do they take place at the DA's office or at the state police?
Well, I mean, in this specific instance, the state police is attached to the DA's office, so it's the same building. So whether it was my end of the hall or their end of the hall, I don't know.
Okay. And do you remember discussing the search warrants and the outstanding nature of the search warrants at the first discovery meeting?
Yes.
And what was the response?
All right, so you guys get the point here. It's just like the complete runaround from this guy. I thought this was fast. It was just great to see somebody who wasn't Alan Jackson or something like that, but did have the same amount of pep to her step and just not give a fuck, just go at it with these guys. I wanted to see that more. I want to see, I like seeing other people go at, and I want to see more defense attorneys just go at Adam Lally, go at Michael Morrissey, and go at Michael Proctor. Like, everybody should be destroying Michael Proctor. Get his ass on the stand as much as possible, man. Get him on there. So can't wait for August 5th. Michael Proctor is going to take the stand again. We have not seen the last of Michael Proctor. He will be on the stand on August 5th. That is going to be must-see TV, dude. And he's not a witness in anything anymore, you know? Can I ask him questions outside of court? Because I have some questions. I have some questions for Michael Proctor. Is he going to get like a police escort to his car? Is Hardman going to be back? The Hardo Patrol going to be back, you know, protecting him? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But, all right, cool. Let me read some turtle chats here. Let me go back to the turtle chats, shall we? And, by the way, shout out. Let's see. Oh, God. You want to watch Grant? Grant's watching me right now. Let's watch Grant watching me. And C is capitalized. Like, this is like proper nouns. The back channel confirmed. He's got a back channel now. He's got 5 guys in the back channel. The back channel confirmed the FBI escort from an eyewitness at the rear of the courthouse. Ooh, the back channel. Somebody goes, what is a back channel? And it's Sean Golf's new YouTube channel. Oh, he's got a new YouTube channel. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, everything's coming up, Sean. Everything's coming to McDonough.
Hold on, little towels. Hold on. It's back. It's back. It's just frozen.
Then,
You'll
so
still hear
Sean
the
says
sound.
next. Leslie disclosed the names of various witnesses appearing before the grand jury and the substance of their testimony and other evidence presented to the grand jury. Yes, she did do that. She disclosed all of that to her girlfriend. All while said information was under seal. Federal prosecutor said.
I'm watching. Why is it frozen? I'm watching myself. I'm watching Towel watch myself on my show. So you guys are watching me, watching Towel watch me right now. And this is what entertains you people.
Well, the charging documents did not specify.
Or first appearance, you go into a big courthouse, big courtroom, whatever. No. This was very small, very selective as to who was in there. And like, you weren't really supposed to see her. Like, that's the vibe I got. And she did want to know who was covering her. So she knows. I mean, listen to me. If you are a federal defendant, okay, and there's only 4 journalists allowed in the courtroom, and it's me, Michelle Murphy from the Globe, John Hall from, I think it's WHDH, and Abby Patkin, who's like one of the most prolific writers on Boston.com, and especially one of the most prolific writers about the Karen Reed trial, like, you're going to know, okay? Like, you're going to know who they are, all right? And so, like, I have no doubt the reason she was looking is because she has been, like, well, I looked at her, like, she was not nervous, okay? Like, she was the opposite of nervous. She was like, what's the word? Like safe, bro? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, she looked like safe. Like, how do I explain it? Like, she looked like she was, like, she felt like no harm could come to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she may as well, like, she did look a little nervous when she first sat in the chair. She kind of hunched her shoulder. It's hard not to. But like, when she actually was seated there, like, I got the vibe she knew everything that was going on. Like, she was completely lucid in with it. So I don't know exactly what's going on. And then, because I heard her talking too, and she seemed completely lucid. And then furthermore, she looked safe. She was just like, okay, let's do this. And she had kind of this aura of, I guess now that I think about it, it was literally like she was safe. Like, she had people around her who were watching her. She didn't seem scared. She seemed safe. So yeah, he's got the read wrong entirely. She knows everything that's being said, and she feels safe because she's protected. She has more information than him.
Or perhaps, Grant, Towel, she feels safe because nothing's happening to her because she text messaged her friend, and that's it. That's it. I mean, I just want to point out to Dara Murphy, you and Towel are on the same wavelength, which tells you everything about where you're at right now.
Far.
I'm seeing these people like Mike Shoot. I think I talked to him before. He goes, Mike Shoot says, wait, this thing is up. I swear to God.
Said, this is fascinating. He's losing
this whole thing.
You're muted, Grant.
He's losing control of the narrative, is what I just said. This is fascinating. He's losing control of the narrative, and it's literally driving him out of his mind.
Never fucking happened. That whole thing is made up. I know who she walked to her car with. I know fucking everything. I know shit. Sean doesn't know. Sean doesn't fucking.
No. Listen, regardless of what you were told, Aidan, you don't know, okay? Because we were there, right? Like, that's why this is not going to work, because you don't understand. Like, we were literally posted up. It was not a light, like, media presence, and we know how to monitor the doors. Like, we have shared resources in the sense that, like, there's 40 of us. There was only like 14 today, but like, we know what we're doing. Some of those guys have worked in news for like 40 years, the cameramen, the reporters, whatever. So like, bro, like, no, you don't know, and nothing you say will matter. Like,
so there's 40 media members there, Towel. Why isn't there a single picture of Jessica Leslie leaving the court? Where are all 40 of there? Why isn't there a single picture or video of Jessica Leslie being escorted to her car by FBI? Tell me that one, Grant.
That was a lot of money down there. Like, you don't understand how much those networks pay to put those people down there. And you think the networks are just going to accept, oh, well, Aidan Kearney said that she walked to her. Are you fucking kidding me? Every single reporter down there, every single cameraman is going to like completely counter your narrative because it was their job to get the image. And they didn't get it because they weren't allowed to, because she didn't walk to her damn car.
Or some shit, right?
What?
He doesn't live here. He doesn't know fucking anything. He's got no sources. He just makes shit up. Right? Stay on the hunt, Sean. We need answers. Did these people miss this whole thing? We are all watching. Oh, God. Spilling the tea. Oh, yeah. Love it when you spill. Sean Golf. I'm a little confused. On which grand jury? Was it the CDL or Karen Reed? Give up somebody bigger. She just told one person about the grand jury of no particular influence. She didn't message me. She didn't know who I was. She didn't message Karen Reed. She didn't do any of that shit. She just messaged her friend. And guess what? That's the truth of the matter. And all you fucking retards out there, like Darren Murphy, who are like speculating about this shit, keep going. I urge you to keep talking because you're going to get the receipts on this one. And I ain't going to rub it in your
like, watch what's going to happen in like the way he's doing it.
And for the rest of your fucking life on the internet, we're just going to constantly remind you of that time you went full retard on the internet for a couple weeks there. And I told you.
Famous last words.
I fucking told you. I wouldn't.
You know, in the judicial context, literally people who are like, watch what's going to happen in like the way he's doing it without actually knowing all the details, like famous juridical last words.
What? I told you as a matter of fact, we're on.
Like, you don't know anything about what's going on. And
Jessica Leslie message.
Bro, you didn't even get the facts right. You missed like 4 of the basic facts. You didn't even get the like how she left the courthouse correct. Like you thought she took a plea today. Like you don't know anything about what's going on. And I think it's kind of glorious. Like there's a saying in politics, but it's really true in life. If you're not on offense, you are on defense. Okay. And this man is on defense. Like this, he has gone from reporting on things like to like being the subject of being cut off from the flow of information, which means you're the target, in my opinion.
Okay, I can't even deal with them anymore. All right, so that's towel news. I wanted to see. I heard that what's his name she made bad legal takes again. Okay, let's see what Wendy has said to make bad legal takes again. She has made this so many times. Okay, so he goes. Karen Reed asserted her Fifth Amendment rights within minutes of cops arriving to take her statement the day she killed John O'Keefe. Nobody else ever took the Fifth. She clammed up because she's guilty. Anyone except for a juror who doesn't presume guilt when someone takes the Fifth is an idiot. Oh my God. Oh, this is like, how is she real? But anyway, let me read some turtle chats. Where'd they go? Okay. Let me refresh this bad boy. By the way, shout out to the 72 Rumble Rats we have over there. Nice to see you guys. Keeping it real. All right. No, wait. Hold on. All right, we'll start with Jill. Kind of a long one. We'll see. I ain't no way I'm reading all this. $25. Got to keep it brief. Dear Dr. Don Daddy, I've seen you looking great in purple a lot lately, so I'm ready to change my vote. Lunchbox Lally on the stand is this week's cringe kiss cam video. He just wants a ham Sammy and a smoke. Hilarious, blaming Proctor for everything. What do you think will happen if she gets 4,000 blank pages asking for a friend? Okay. I don't know. But yes, I don't know what'll happen if she gets 4th. I don't know. So thank you. But I'm glad you like me in purple. I appreciate that. Sandy sends $10, goes, unless you work for the feds, please stop posting as if you do. Exactly. If Leslie was cooperating, her plea agreement would include 5K 1.1 info, and it does not. The leniency of her sentence has nothing to do with cooperation, and it happens every day in federal court. Dara, Sean, Kate, and the trolls sound dumber with every passing day. Exactly. Lunchbox Lally sends $25, goes, billions about ready to come out of the treasury. Cha-ching. Jen Davis sends $10, goes, I'm sorry if this was explained, but did Meredith press charges on Sam Nagel for touching her? I'm new in trial too and just saw the CF McCarthy's video for the first time, and wow, just wow, they are animals. I'm glad you saw that for the first time. No, she did not press charges on Sam Nagel for touching her, but Jill Daniels and Jim Ferris were charged for assaulting me. Jill Daniels touched me. I have a shirt that says that, and yeah, she did touch me, and I didn't like it very much. It made me feel icky inside when Jill Daniels touched me, but that basically they got those, didn't get the charges dropped, but it took like one step below a quaff. I don't even know, slap on the wrist. Pika Spluter sends $10 and goes, isn't Krusty the John Barron account
The writing style is similar, especially the overuse of quotation marks. I don't care. May sends $10, goes, hi, Turtle Boy. I'm a 68-year-old Nani, and me and my grown daughters love listening to you. Oh, hi, Nani. I live in Holden near the Wong. Oh, nice. The Wong dynasty. I had a dream we were dating. Wow. That turtle chat's all over the place. Nani. So Nani is 68 years old. She loves the Wong, the Wong dynasty. It's the Chinese joint that we have in Holden. And she dreams of dating me. So that's nice. So keeping it fresh there, Nani. All right. Love to see it. So thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Next up. Pika sends, no, I already read that one. Leah sends $10 and goes, Grant is literally live streaming your show as we speak and commentating. For fuck's sake, they're obsessed with you. Anyway, Free Turtle Boy. Yeah, they do this every I mean, that's how you know that you matter. You know, that's how you know that you matter and they don't, is that they just, whatever I say on the show gets, the trolls watch every single second of it. They clip it. They're going to post it tomorrow. They can't get enough of me. They can't get enough of me. And they seem to think I'm going to be going down. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. I did the 60 days. You got me. You found some lying whore that would make some shit up about me. And that's it. You ran out of lying whores. There's no more lying whores to make shit up about me. So there's that. All right, next up. Kimberly sends $5 and goes, no need to read out loud. I actually love that you, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Thanks. Kelly sends $5 and goes, sorry, I tried to do another turtle chat with better content, but it didn't go through. I wanted to tell you that my great uncle was awarded Silver Fox, one of a few in the world. He was also knighted, though I'm not sure your opinions on that. I think it's pretty special. Please don't lose your special. You are unique and your style is important as evidence already. Okay. Stay special, Daddy. Much love and respect. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Kelly. Amanda sends $5, goes, Daddy, your show makes my night. Please give a shout out to my best friend and future boss, Heidi. Thanks for all you do. Enjoy your vacay and watch out for decorated dudes while you're down there. Oh, we're way on the opposite end of the Cape. Higgy don't come down there. Higgy stays in Sandwich where his ass belongs. So thank you, Amanda. $10 for Brian Walsh's Google searches and says, yeah, I searched the web. The evidence is clear. Google knows the truth. I'd hope to keep near. Guilty as charged, but much you see. But without your spotlight, they bury me. Hashtag free Walshy, free Turtle Boy, Besters, and fuck Proctor. Okay, thank you. Hashtag Besters. Chelsea sends $10 and goes, what do you think of Colin's healed knuckles so quickly? I have a connective tissue disorder. I get bruises easily, but my collagen is out of control. So I'll look fantastic till I'm 100 years old. Maybe he has the same weird ass disease as me. Yeah, well, you know, the thing about Colin's healed knuckles is how they got hurt in the first place. Is miraculous. He was falling over and then he's like, I'm going to brace my hands. Not going to go like this. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to land exclusively on the tips of my knuckles and cut them all up. So there you go. All right, next up. Mr. Meathook Fitzpatrick sends $10 and goes, you'll never be unable to see this. In your backdrop, why are 80% of the people across the street bare ass? I don't know. I don't see it that way. But thank you. Finally, but let down sends $10 and goes, do you think Lally hated having to testify, or do you think he truly doesn't give a shit at this point? Did he live up to your expectations? Oh, I think he doesn't give a shit at all. I don't think Lally minded it at all. He just got up there, just the same monotone. To Lally, it's just another day at work. He's going to get paid the same no matter what. And, you know, it is what it is. So thank you very much. Joan sends $25, goes, enjoy yourself a well-deserved vacation. Thanks, Joan. Got to get that lobster roll, man, down to Cape. I love it. Let's go. Mr. Meathook sends $10 and goes, you'll never be able to. I already read that one. Adrian sends $6 and goes, "Are you okay today?" I'm great. Thanks for asking. Nicole sends $10, goes, "Hey, Daddy, have a great time on your well-deserved vacation. FYI, still waiting on my calendar. LOL, and a picture of the Intimidator. God bless." Well, sorry, Nicole. I can't send you any pictures of the Intimidator. I've done enough of that already, quite frankly. It's gotten me in a lot of trouble. So, but you know, search the web. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Somebody's just, I know a couple people who got pictures of it. But one is a guy named Mike Gaffney. If you ask him for pictures of the Intimidator, he's got a whole fucking collection. Trust me, that guy is obsessed with me. I've never seen an obsession like the one that Michael Gaffney has with yours truly. So there's that. All right, next up. Leslie sends $5, goes, "Love the interview with Melanie. Will you be in court for the Sean Paul Reyes hearing?" As I said earlier, I have my son that day. So probably not. But maybe I can get a sitter. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. A lot of talk about the Intimidator there. Okay. All right. Anyway, Adam, Lally, and the Brady Bunch sends $25, goes, "Rosemary Scapicchio is a total badass, and I see why you wanted her to represent you." Exactly. That hearing really showed how much of an underrated piece of shit Adam Lally is in this whole saga. You have a great legal team, but I would have loved to watch her tear Tully a new asshole in your case. I hope you enjoy your vacation. Well, thank you very much. Suze Annie sends $25 and goes, "Enjoy your vacation. Get away from it all. We'll miss your shows nonetheless." Well, thank you, Suze Annie. Martin sends $10, goes, "When can we hear the court audio of Kate Peter pleading guilty?" Oh, good point. I should get that. Absolutely. Scott Hayes, my guy Scott Hayes, sends $50 and goes, "Fuck Mary and Ryan and the corrupt DAs in Massachusetts." Yeah, Scott is the guy. Scott is was charged with. Was he charged with attempted murder? Scott Hayes and Newton charges. Okay. Oh, they're going to be dismissed, the charges. Yeah. He was charged with I forget what the original assault and battery with a deadly weapon, and pleaded not guilty. So it's a crazy video. He was at a pro-Israel rally in Newton, and some Hamas guy across the street starts rushing at him and just attacks him like point blank on camera and jumps on him. It's like the most open and cut self-defense case ever. He shot him, and then he saved his life afterwards too. And yeah, the whole thing was just, and he was charged. It was outrageous charges. So it looks like the charges against Scott are going to be dropped as of September. So as it should be. So thank you, Scott. Appreciate that, sir. Glad to hear that worked out. Katie in the Sun sends $50 and goes, "So Olivia Lambo is real. Someone has been spreading vicious lies about her on Twitter. You actually saw her? She's not AI? Damn. No, Olivia's very real. I haven't seen anything on Twitter about Olivia not being real. I've heard some rumblings here and there, but I have not seen anything on the Twitch-twat suggesting that she is real, or not real, rather. But I know as a fact that Olivia Lamb is very real, and she's a very welcome addition to the Turtleboy Legal Defense Team. So thank you. Steph B sends $100 and says, "You do you. That's what's the best." Well, thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. Donna sends $10 and goes, "I don't care." No, I already read that one. Okay. Let me refresh this. Angel sends $10, goes, "Hey, Doc, just reaffirming that we are all rooting for you down under. You'll be free soon, too. Enough of this fucking bullshit. Peace." Well, thank you, mate. And Angel Australia sends that. Thank you, down under. I appreciate that. Erin sends $25 and has no comment. Thank you. Mary Lynch sends $10 and goes, sorry for the repetition, but please remind everyone of Dave Finnerty's fundraiser on 8/10, August 10th at Two Jerks in Raynham. We need to support the appeal of his conviction. Tickets are available at Eventbrite under Standing Together for Justice. I had to ask one more time before your vacay. Enjoy the beach. You deserve it. Watch out for the sharks. Yes. As I've mentioned before on my show, and I'll mention again, there's a guy named Dave Finnerty, who was a former MBTA sergeant, and I believe he's a political prisoner. He was charged by Rachel Rollins, actually, and recently convicted by the U.S. Attorney's Office on charges of signing a false police report. Basically, one of the cops who worked under him beat up a homeless guy, and the guy the guy lied about what happened, and his boss signed the report. That's Finnerty. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but the guy who did the beating of the homeless man that served nothing. He got no punishment whatsoever, and not arrested, not charged, whatever, because they flipped him and turned him against Finnerty for some reason for signing that. It's fucking insane. It's really horrible. He's got like 2 kids. The FBI raided his house while his kids were home. It's fucking horrible. Like, horrible. So absolutely. Thank you, Mary. Mimi sends $100 and says, a little extra spending money for your vacation with the kids. Have fun. Well, thank you, Mimi. You're very kind, and we will definitely spend that on lobster rolls and ice cream. Thank you. Blessed Mom from Texas sends $25, goes, lots of love to you and yours, Aidan. Have a great vacation. Well deserved. I think in due time, your charges will be dropped. Just my feeling. The Commonwealth is calling fast, and I love it. Award-winning journalist isn't a crime. Well, thank you. Thomas Autonomous Anonymous sends $5 and says, guilty count. Krusty 1, Aidan 0. That's true. No convictions. No convictions. Okay. And do we have any cash apps here? Let's see. Okay, we got here. Nania sends $25 and says, have you considered reaching out to Dr. Blue Paint about the x-rays? No, I haven't. Maybe I should. It's a good idea, Nania. Isaiah sends $10 and says, for food. Well, thank you. I will spend that on food, sir. Thank you. I like food. All right, cool. Why don't we, you know what I want? We should watch some more of, we're going to watch this in bits and pieces. My trial, my not guilty trial. We got a little more through it. And I want to watch some more of this. So we're going to turn on here, the trial, my not guilty trial from last month, and watch some more of this. Let's watch the fake victim's testimony in Tim Bradle's awesome cross-examination of her. I think that's the part we were on. Let's put that part on, shall we?
Slide, please. Showing you now exhibit 29, which is our 41.
This is a picture from a vacation I went on with my children several years ago at a water park.
Do you know how it came into Kearney's possession of custody control? The action relevance is
That's like they went through a blog I wrote and went picture by that had pictures of her that were taken by other people, and I just wrote about her. And we spent an hour going through that entire article and going picture by picture. And of course, I included this picture in it of her
at a water park,
like without makeup on. look at his face. Oh, this is great. This is great. Oh, she wore a lot of makeup when I was seeing her. She didn't look like that. I would have walked right away. I promise you. I would have walked right away.
Do you know how it came into Kearney's possession of investigative control?
Objection, relevance to 630.
Just a moment.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh, there it is. This is how the courtship began.
At some point,
the courtship began with the free Karen Reed shirt. Thanks, Daddy. Yeah. Okay.
Did you have occasion to view one of Mr. Kearney's video broadcasts?
Did you guys see what I was watching in school?
She explained
Just look what I'm watching during the trial. Ready? Watch this.
Mr. Kearney.
This is during the
You got
trial.
occasion to view-
Look at that. Look who you got. Can you guys see who's on my screen? Can you guys see that? Look what I was watching during the trial. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that on the screen? The glare. It's the glare. I'm like watching. Oh yeah, that's him. I was watching Will during the trial because Will was streaming the trial, and I was watching his live commentary on the trial. And I was more reading the chat. Like I can't actually hear him. They picked up on that. All right, back to this.
Mr. Kearney's video broadcast.
His
Would you explain
YouTube.
the responsibilities of the defendant who is subject to the criminal protection?
Yes.
Most likely,
He plays this clip of me. Okay, this is how stupid Cosgrove is. So he plays a clip of me, of my show, of my YouTube presentation, where I'm explaining how a couple days previously, Krusty Panties showed up at a Karen Reed hearing, and I showed up there too, and she didn't leave. Even though I have a restraining order on her, she chose not to leave. She just stood there. And I'm like, the cop didn't do anything about it. And I'm like, but so I do this rant on my YouTube presentation about how if you're there first, it doesn't matter. You have to leave. And Cosgrove's point here that he's trying to make is that I knew I had to leave. I knew that despite being there first, I still had to leave, that I knew that. Except he fails to point out that this YouTube presentation is 6 months after the incident on February 26th when Lindsay Gattani showed up at court and forced me to leave. 6 months afterwards. So like I learned from that experience how that worked. That's the whole point here. And I did leave. You're right. But he's saying that I didn't leave like the entire area. I was supposed to be back in Holden.
As soon as you said that, Judge Doolin, your excuse is you confused. That's your excuse. That's how he's probably heard that excuse 1,000 times in the courtroom. Because these people do orders all the time. And people are like, well, I was there first. She first did that. I don't know what she said. She got orders from that fucker. From the cops. The cops doesn't have anyway. She tells me.
Anyway.
sort of drugs and alcohol medication. Like,
so I told, okay, so she looked so fucked up when she was in there. So I go, first question you got to ask her, are you under the influence of drugs right now or alcohol? Like, you got to ask her that. And I told him, do not refer to her as an ex-girlfriend or ex anything. Like, we're not going to dignify her like that. I want you to refer to her as not as a side piece, as a paramour. That's like a fancy word for a side piece. A paramour is a lover, particularly one involved in a secret or illicit relationship, often with a married person. So I was married at the time. So that's what I want to put you. I'm so sick of them calling her my ex-girlfriend. Bitch, I was married. You understand that? You can't have a fucking girlfriend if you're married. It's impossible. It's a side hoe. Okay. The fancy way to describe you, but you can't say side hoe in court. So, but you can say paramour. But she's obviously never heard of this word because that's too fancy for her. She's used to just being a side hoe. That's what she is, a side hoe. She's not a home wrecker. The home was wrecked already. Like, let's be honest. Like, I think it's a little extreme to use that term. Like, it's not like she like willfully came and ruined this awesome marriage that was going to be forever. You know what I mean? It's like she didn't, like, it was what it was. right? I was down. Let's be clear about that. Like I wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't give a shit. But like she was still a side hoe. Like it's like he's just a side hoe. That's it. She's not a girlfriend. I'm so sick of them calling it a girlfriend. Like it's not a fucking girlfriend. You can't have a fucking girlfriend if you're married, right? Grow up. Grow up. So first question he asked her. Slow it down.
Trying to get after him.
Good afternoon.
Are you on any sort of drugs or alcohol or medication?
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Let's talk about the idea of a restraining order. A restraining order issues because the judge finds that there's a likelihood of imminent bodily harm, right? Objection. The gist of getting a restraining order involves you going to court, right?
Correct.
You swear, you take an oath, right?
Yes.
You sign that affidavit, right?
Yes.
And you say that you're in fear of being harmed by someone, right?
Yes.
And you want the court to order them to stay away from you, right?
Yes.
So it's to protect you from the person going near you, right?
Correct.
So it's like a shield from the court, right?
I guess so.
But you use it as a sword, no? Objection. You go to the courthouse, claim that you're scared of someone harming you, you get an order, and then you go find a person. Don't.
No.
So let's talk about 226. You knew that Mr. Kearney was going to be at that 226 hearing, didn't you?
No, I did not.
You didn't. So
she didn't
you
know
now that Mr. From all the cross-examination and testimony that you know.
She did. So she says she went to the 226 hearing and she didn't know that I was going to be there somehow. Bullshit. She wrote in her affidavit that I had written about her in order to get this order against me. She goes, he has written about me 92 times since he's been in jail. So she knows the exact amount of times that she's been mentioned in blogs. Like, apparently she counted. Which means she reads everything. Well, in a February 19th, 2023 blog that I wrote from jail, I said that I was going to be at the courthouse. And I said, I hope she doesn't show up. So I specifically said, she read that. She knew I was going to be there. She can't say she didn't know I was going to be there.
You know that Mr. Kearney announces when he's going to be in court and when he's not, right?
I don't know. I don't watch all of the shows.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Well, you scrutinize his blogs, don't you?
No.
No. So you wrote a statement to the police about this incident that was about 65 pages, didn't you?
What was 65 pages?
You provided Officer Power on March 11, 2024 with a big thick packet of materials, didn't you?
I believe so.
And you wrote a 4 or 5 page signed statement at the beginning of it, right?
Yes.
And you signed it, right?
I'm not sure if I signed it. I could verify if you show me.
Would you like to see it? You remember?
Sure.
Oh my God. Everything's so difficult with her. She made everything so difficult.
Now, this 226 hearing was just a few days after Mr. Kearney got out of jail, right?
I believe so. I don't remember the exact date he got out, but I believe so.
Let's go back. Do you remember the night before he got out of jail? You tried to call him?
Yep.
I didn't try to call him. I accidentally called him.
That's right, Miller. Your phone somehow called Mr. Kearney's phone the night before he got out of jail, right?
It was an accidental call, yes.
Another butt dial.
No, I never had him blocked.
Never blocked.
No, never.
So you wanted to keep communicating with him?
No, I just removed him as a friend. I never blocked him.
So that call jogs your memory about this time period, right?
So she, you know, she called me the day before I got out of jail on Facebook Messenger. Why did she do that? Oh, it was a butt dial. It was at 2 a.m. She's probably shit-faced. Oh, he's going to be home soon. We can continue our white trash relationship where I have a restraining order, but I still fuck him. And then I think when she got out of jail and I didn't want to continue doing that, I think she really thought that when I got out of jail, we were just going to go back because she's like, oh, he's never gonna, he's never gonna replace me. Oh, how can I ever move on from this thing? Right? Oh God, what am I gonna do? Like, that's how she viewed herself. It's like, oh no, God, no. Plus, you put me in jail. You're like evil. You're a bad person.
About the phone call? Yes.
So let's just try to put you back in this time period. You called him the night before you got out of jail on about the 22nd of February, right?
If that's the date you're saying, then yes, I'll take your word for that.
And the next day you actually got out of jail, right?
Yes.
And then the 26th, you're in court at the Superior Court, right?
Yes.
And so you've never been to a Kearney court proceeding before that.
Well, I've been to one, but not inside the courtroom.
In fact, you were there with your paramour, Mr. Kearney.
Your paramour.
Which date?
Your paramour.
Are you talking about the 26th?
You said you had been there prior.
Yes.
When was that?
That was, gosh, probably early September, maybe.
And that was with your
Bullshit. She never came to a court hearing before. She claims, so September 15th, 2023, she was across the street at Dedham District Court for a hearing with Frank Keegan. It was a hearing with Frank Keegan. He was supposed to be released. So she went there. Or no, she was supposed to be released that day, but he had some hearing that day, and she went to that for that. That's what she was there for. I met her in the parking lot. It was the first time I'd ever met her. She messaged me the Hey Daddy thing like 10 days before. And I was at the Karen Reed hearing across the street, and we met in the parking lot. And then I had the Star Driving event like a few hours later, and I had a couple hours to kill. And so we went to her place. That was it. That's it. That's how it all started. And I was just killing some time. That's all I was doing, killing time.
paramour at the time.
You with your paramour.
I don't know what you mean by that. Was, gosh, probably early September, maybe.
And that was with your paramour at the time, Mr. Kearney, right?
I don't know what you mean by paramour, but no, I did not attend with him.
Since September of 23, you had never been to a Kearney hearing until 2/26/24, right?
Correct.
And you suddenly generated this interest right when Mr. Kearney got out of jail and had announced that he was going to attend that hearing, right?
No.
No. You were in touch with Jennifer McCabe about that hearing?
You did see me that day, Lauren. That was the same day.
I don't know if I was in touch with her prior about that hearing. I had been talking to her for quite some time before that hearing.
And you had been in touch with Kate Peter as well, correct?
Correct.
In fact, she was the one that was babysitting your kids at 2/26, wasn't she?
No, she was not.
Who was babysitting?
Oh, here we go.
Elisa Bennett.
Yes.
Another friend of mine.
Had she ever babysat kids before?
Okay. This was the revelation to me that because we're like, she got a babysit. She's so obsessed with me. Just wanted a chance to see me again. She's never come to a Karen Reed hearing in her life. The first one she chooses to attend is the one that I get out of jail 3 days later, and she happens to have a restraining order against me. She has no job, nothing. She has 4 kids, and she gets a babysitter to watch her kids so she can come to court and evict me. And this is the babysitter, Twisted Charities, who lives in a migrant hotel and competes with Haitians for handouts from the government. This is who she's babysitting her children. And let me tell you, back when I was her paramour, she hated this chick. You should have seen the things that she said about her. And actually, I'm going to show one of the messages in a second.
No.
So you were concerned about that, right?
I was concerned about the kids when my phone died, about the kids getting off the bus, that I couldn't confirm with her that they had gotten off.
So you had called someone to babysit your kids that your kids didn't know, and she didn't know your kids, right?
So she hires Twisted Tragedies to be the babysitter to get her kids off the bus. Her kid is in kindergarten. The other kids are in daycare, so they wouldn't even take the bus. Her kids are in fucking kindergarten. Her kid is in kindergarten. And she hires Twisted Tragedies to get the kindergartner, 5-year-old, off the bus. The kid has never met Twisted Tragedies. And I don't know about you guys, but my school, if I want to have, the bus driver will not drop the kids off with the babysitter unless they are pre-approved by the district. I have to go to their elementary school. I have to put in the names, like my dad, my my sister, the two amazing girls, the sisters from Holden that have babysat my kids throughout much of the trial, just the best girls in the world. And I had to give them their names. And because no chances, right? Like I don't know about our bus driver would not let my kids off the bus with just a random with Twisted Tragedies. I'm sorry. They're going back to the school and you're getting a phone call. Like, no fucking way. But apparently in Medfield, you can just have Twisted Tragedies show up at your kid's bus stop, 5-year-old. And the bus driver will just drop off this child with the person the child has never met before. I don't know how how does Twisted Tragedies know what the kid looks like? I guess you would show him a picture of the kid and that's it. Why is she doing this? Why is she going to this length? To see me, of course. This is how badly her obsession with me is. To get near me with her fucking restraining order. Because this is all part of the courtship for her. This is all just literally courting for her. Is like, oh, sometimes I put you in jail and then sometimes I get you violated on a restraining order and then we fuck. That's like how she lived her life. Like that's how she envisioned things. And then I get you on the stand and I cross-examine you about Roadhead. And I cross-examine you about like, isn't it true that you fucked me on December 20th? Tell me about when the time you fucked me. And let's just talk about the good times. Like, oh my God, dude.
She had not met my kids before. No.
And your kids didn't know her, right?
Correct.
So it was so important for you to go to this hearing that you set up this sketchy babysitting situation for your kids, right?
Objection.
You can have it without the word sketchy. You can characterize it differently.
You can have it without the word sketchy.
Sure. This upsetting situation to you, you left in place, you left your kids to deal with that, and you went to Norfolk Superior Court.
My kids were all in school and daycare when I left. She just needed to get them off the bus, and I had known Elisa for a while and trusted her.
And she was going to get your kids off the bus.
I had
right?
known Elisa for a while and trusted her. Here's a message that she sent me about Elisa 3 months prior to that. She goes, I just watched, this is after I started exposing who Twisted Tragedies was a free Karen Reed grifter who I called out for grifting because she didn't know anything about the case and she was quite clearly just trying to make money off it. And so this is what the fake victim says about Twisted Tragedies. She goes, I just watched the first few minutes of her live, Twisted Tragedies, and she does have a young child, a daughter. She looks about 6 or 7, and the child enters the video to say goodnight. Poor kid. In that smoke-filled house, I can only imagine what else she has to endure with her as a mother. And I go, yeah, she probably gets no attention. Definitely not. She didn't even take her eyes off the screen to say goodnight. She just put her cheek out and brushed her off. So she's basically saying, I observed Twisted Tragedies parenting on video, and boy, is it subpar. Boy, is it bad. Boy, is she not good with kids. So you know what I did? I hired her to get my fucking kid off the bus, who she's never met before. I trusted my child's life with Twisted Charities, who I have said before is unfit to take care of her own kids. But I also want her to take care of my kids because I want to be near Turtleboy after he just got out of jail where I put him. Like, okay, how is this real life?
Yes.
So back to
Trust the
the
crust.
scrutiny of his blogs. You wrote in your statement to the police that, in fact, just in the 60 days he was in jail, he mentioned my name 92 times in his blogs. You wrote that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And that makes it obvious that you were scrutinizing his blogs very closely.
No.
No. So you were able to figure out that your name was mentioned 92 times, but that doesn't mean
This
you
is good. This
scrutinized
is
his
good.
blogs pretty closely.
No, it doesn't, because I have a friend who was able to type my name in a search bar and count how many times my name was mentioned in his blogs. So I didn't have to go and scrutinize it myself.
And who's this friend that's so good with the computers?
I don't know his real name. I just know him from the internet.
So someone who you don't know his name counted up your name 92 times in the blogs.
Correct.
So someone she doesn't know the name of researched all my blogs for her and counted up the number of times that she was mentioned. So she doesn't actually read my blogs. She has someone, she doesn't know who, from the internet. I mean, who believes this? This person, the police believe this person and put me in jail over her. Like, this is crazy. And you hear the people in the
blogs, you know that Mr. Kearney announces when he's going to Kearney hearings and when he isn't. Isn't that right?
No, I don't know that.
And he announced all through that time period when he was going, when he wasn't, and of course you knew he was in jail because you put him there, right?
Objection. Because you put him
You knew he
there.
wasn't going to go when he was in jail, right?
Couldn't possibly go if he's in jail.
And you didn't attend any Kearney hearings when he was in jail, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't go on January 5th or January 18th when Mr. Kearney was in jail, right?
No.
So now we get to 226, and you have this overriding interest in going to a Kearney hearing when Mr. Kearney is finally out of jail, right?
I wouldn't call it that. No.
You hastily set up this unsatisfactory.
Hold on. I just picturing somebody standing outside the bus with a sign that says "Closet Baby" on it. Closet Baby, like that, like the fucking limo driver. Closet Baby. And the screaming in your hearing is there's prisoners downstairs, and one of them wouldn't shut the fuck up. So they have to take a break to deal with him.
Babysitting situation, right? Then you go to meet your newfound friends in the registry of deeds parking lot, correct?
No, it wasn't an unsatisfactory babysitting situation, and they weren't newfound friends. I had been friends with them for a few months at that point.
Okay.
So who did you talk to arrange for you to meet them to attend this Kearney meeting?
Objection relevance.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Who did you talk to among this group of people you met to arrange that meeting?
Originally, the person that invited me, Kate Peter told me that one of the O'Keefe family wanted me to go.
Oh,
Now who's
so Kate Peter told me that the O'Keefe family wanted me to go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now who's Kate Peter? He goes.
A friend of mine.
And Kate Peter is also a very avowed, a very dedicated enemy of Mr. Kearney, isn't she?
I don't know. I know
You
that.
don't know?
You don't know?
By the way, folks,
Look at his face. Look at his face.
a very dedicated enemy of Mr. Kearney, isn't she?
I don't know. I know
You don't
that.
know?
He's like, you don't know. You don't know if Kate Peter is an avowed enemy of Mr. Kearney. You don't know. The whole courtroom cracks up. Everybody starts laughing at this point. It's like, what, you don't know? Oh, of course you know. What?
Is that your answer?
By the way, folks, you've been fine. If I hear anybody loud, I'm not going to
That's
make a court just tell me to do
her
something.
whole identity.
Just let me know. Go ahead, Mr. Brady.
You know that she hates him, right?
I don't define other people's feelings for other people.
Well, you know that she's manifested many expressions that she hates him. She wants him in jail. She wants him to burn. She wants him to go away. She wants him to die. She wants him to suffer, right? All throughout the internet for months and months and months and months.
No.
No.
Never noticed
You don't
that.
do any of this stuff?
I've never heard her say any of those things.
Well, didn't you text
I've
her
never-
directly in one of those kind of conversations where you both kind of express your hatred? You wrote, "I hate him," meaning Mr. Kearney, and she responded in kind. Isn't that right?
I don't know which conversation you're talking about.
There are text messages of the two of them saying, I hate him, back and forth. We have her phone.
They're your conversations. You wrote online or in texting with Ms. Peter that you hate him, didn't you?
I would have to see that. I don't remember any of this, so I would have to see the text message.
One moment.
And now we have to see the text messages, which we can't show her because Judge Crap ordered that we give the phone back. But we can't unsee what we've seen. And she knows that. She's such a fucking lying piece of shit.
We'll get back to that one. So you don't remember writing that you hate him?
I don't know which. I don't know. No, I don't. I would have
You
to.
do hate him, though.
I don't know if hate would be the word.
You do hate him, don't you? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Wait, did she say about me? Huh.
We'll get back to that one. So you don't remember writing that you hate him?
I don't know which. I don't know. No, I don't. I would have
You
to.
do hate him, though.
I don't know if hate would be the word.
I don't even remember her saying that. I don't know if hate would be the word because she doesn't really hate me. Like she does. Like she's still, I'm telling you, she's fucking sick. She's still thinking in her mind, like, this can work. This can work in some strange way. I'm telling you, in her head, she's thinking that, like, this can still work.
Now, you said that you had this babysitting situation.
The sketchy
arranged
babysitting.
with this friend of yours who never met the kids and the kids hadn't met her. But that's not what you wrote in your statement to the police, is it?
I don't know. I would have to see what I wrote.
You wrote, the Officer Kozak, took a report, and at this time, we could see a group of protesters at the opposite far end of the parking lot, walking in our direction. So there were a mob bearing down on you, right?
I wouldn't classify it that way. I would use the words that I used.
And then you wrote, due to this, meaning this group of people, and the fact that I had to be back in Medfield at 3:10 p.m. to get my son off the bus, I decided to call and follow up with the police about the encounter with Mr. Kearney on my drive back to Medfield.
So she never told the Officer Kozak in his report. There's no mention of Aidan Kearney just violated a restraining order against me. No mention. The only thing she mentions is her car being keyed. And then she had to explain this later. So she says that she left because a mob of Free Karen Reed supporters was descending upon the parking lot. So she got out of there for dear life and got back to Medfield because she had to get her kid off the bus, even though she also said she hired a babysitter named Twisted Tragedies to get her kid off the bus, even though they'd never met the kid before. So why the fuck is she in a rush to get back there if she literally brought a babysitter just for that specific reason? And also, why did Officer Kozak not mention in his report that an angry mob was descending upon them? Why did that was never mentioned? I mean, the fucking lies are just insane.
That's what you wrote, right?
Yes.
So you told the police that you had to get your son off the bus.
I wanted to be back there to get him off to make sure that he had gotten off because I had no way to call.
But you had this babysitting arrangement.
Well, I didn't think the finite details were necessary to explain to the officer about my babysitting situation.
But that's not a finite detail. That's a lie, isn't it?
It's not a lie.
You told the policeman that you had to get your son off the bus when you had someone else to get your son off the bus, right?
I had no way to contact that person to know if they had got them off the bus.
You were trying to backtrack and explain the unexplainable about why you didn't tell Kozak that Mr. Kearney, you say, had just violated your.
I did.
Objection. You understand? Next question. I didn't hear the answer. I'm sorry.
I did tell Officer Kozak.
So you did tell Officer Kozak that Mr. Kearney had just violated your, right? Is that your testimony?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. But Kozak earlier testified that she never said that. So he's basically calling the cop a liar here. And Kozak also said that I would have arrested him.
Then police at 3:07 that day, right?
Yes.
That guy, so there's a guy yelling in downstairs, and they have to he's in custody, and they have to take a break for it. But he plays the 911 call, her call to police here. Listen to this.
We're going to pause for about 15 minutes on this. Put some, take care of some other matters.
Yeah, that guy screaming in the
Back
basement.
on the record, Your Honor.
26?
Yes, I did.
So just the circumstances of that is, so you testified you were worried about your cell phone dying and you couldn't reach anybody, right?
Correct.
And you got to your car, you charged your cell phone.
Correct.
Did you call the babysitter?
Yes, I did.
So you got everything squared away?
I called her, yes, and she said that she got the kids off the bus.
So
she did get the kids off the bus. So then what's the rush to get back home?
you could have gone and reported this,
Yeah.
I could have.
but you didn't.
I didn't know how long it would take, and I had to go make sure that the babysitter was going to be able to feed them dinner.
I'm sorry.
My son has food allergies that require special meals. Like, there wasn't an expectation that she was going to be watching them all night.
So you have a kid with food allergies and you left them in the care of Twisted Tragedies, who has to beg for food from Haitian people. Okay. That's all adding up now. Okay.
But nonetheless, the fact that you wrote in your statement to the police that you had to go get your kid off the bus was not true.
That was true.
In fact, you wrote that on 3/9/24, March 9th, 24, right?
I believe that was the date.
So like 10 or so days after this happened, right?
Yes.
So you still wrote, even though you knew the real scenario that you had someone else get the kids up, you still lied about it in the report 10 days later, didn't you?
Objection. Move on to another subject.
Sure. Let me play the call. 307.
This is the 911.
Hi, yes, I was just at the Dunham Superior Courthouse for the Kearney hearing, and I had to meet an officer out back in the parking lot, the big parking lot behind the registry afterwards, because somebody keyed my car and smashed my tail light while I was inside the courthouse. But I think it was Officer Kozak that I spoke with, just a report. But also, I have a.
But also, so she makes this call at 3:07 after she left the parking lot 20 minutes later. And she says, oh yeah, I met with Officer Kozak and I told him my car was scratched. But also, AKA, I never mentioned to him the restraining order violation. So now suddenly she has become aware that I was on the Registry of Deeds lawn. She becomes aware after the fact because she talked to Krusty on the phone. And Krusty told her that, oh yeah, Aidan was there. So just say that he was there and get him violated for that. We could put him right back in jail.
But also.
So
you wanted to add something that hadn't been reported, right?
No, I was explaining the situation to the dispatcher as to why I was calling.
And you wanted to talk about what you said to Kozak, right? Kozak, right?
I was explaining to her so she would know that I had already spoken to an officer.
Let's press play.
I have a restraining order against the blogger that was covering the case. But he was in the courtroom. They needed me in the courtroom when I got in there. But then after I guess he was waiting outside on the steps for me afterwards. I had my restraining order says you're not allowed to be within 100 yards. And he was outside yelling stuff about me within the 100 yards as I came out from the courthouse. So I'm just trying to see how to report this violation, what I'm supposed to do. I have to.
So you're trying to see how you report this violation.
Correct.
That's different than as if you reported it and you're following up, is it?
I don't.
Objection sustained. Counsel can argue whichever way you want to characterize it.
So that's not following up, is it?
Objection.
Sustained. You're trying to ask how to report it, right?
I wasn't sure what Officer Kozak was going to do because he only mentioned the follow-up in regards to the vandalism. He didn't give me an answer about what was going to happen with reporting of the violation. So
You claimed you had just walked by Mr. Kearney violating your restraining order 5 minutes prior, right? And yet it's your testimony that you're more worried about a scratch to your car than using the ammo you just developed that you can get him locked up.
Yeah.
was I more worried about a scratch to my car? No. And it wasn't just a scratch. It was almost $1,000 in damage. I had just paid $2,000 to fix my car, just got it back a week or two prior before that. So I was very upset to come out and see that my car had been vandalized.
Oh, yeah.
So you know how to get someone in trouble when they violate a restraining order, don't you?
Objection.
Overruled. You know what to do.
How to get somebody in trouble?
Yeah.
I know how to report, to call the police. I know how to call the police.
And you know that if you insist that someone is violating the order, they are obligated to go arrest that person. Isn't that right?
Objection. Objection overruled. I think the witness knows.
I don't know the obligations of the police.
You don't know that if you're in the presence of someone, you have a restraining order, and you tell a policeman on the scene, I have a restraining order and he's violating it, that they don't have to arrest him?
Well, clearly not, because Mr. Kearney was not arrested.
So you knew that you could have caused him to be arrested on that very occasion. Isn't that right?
I know if somebody breaks the law, then they can be arrested.
Oh, right.
And you claim that you saw Mr. Kearney breaking the law, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess a violation of a restraining order would be breaking the law.
Yeah. But yet he
And
wasn't
this isn't
arrested.
the first time that you've gone to someone and then tried to get them arrested for violating.
Here we
order,
go. Here we
and
go.
you triggered the
Here we
violation.
go.
Objection. Objection sustained. Violation hasn't been found on that.
Sure. Who's Frank Keating?
Father of my 3 youngest children.
On the restraining order, do 4 of your kids have his last name?
Objection. Sustained.
So he's the father of 3 of your children?
Yes.
And you had a restraining order on him, didn't you?
Yes.
And when was that time period?
I don't know.
How about what year?
Like
She knows all this shit. She got an order against him in May of 2023 when she had him arrested for assault and battery.
I don't know when I first got it.
You know,
Can
God,
you say what year it was?
2023. Well, she's got it against him twice. She's
I don't
got
know.
2
It
orders
was
against him.
before you got involved with Mr. Kearney, right?
Correct.
So was it before 2023?
It was,
May of 2023.
I don't know.
How about on July 27, 2023? Was it in place then?
That may have been when I got it.
It
I
was.
believe. I'm not sure.
It was in
And sometime
place.
after that, you located him in a store parking lot. You went into his car, you sat down, and you called the police on him, didn't you?
Nope.
Judge, I'd like to play.
I object. What do I see, counsel?
So he knows this tape is coming. And he knows this tape is going to be controversial. And this is the tape of Frank Keegan. She tracks down Frank Keegan, who she has an order on July 27, 2023, sits in his car and refuses to leave. Meanwhile, her 4 kids are in the minivan sweating it out on a hot summer day. And she just happened to come across him at a parking lot in Walpole. Happened to come across him. She put a tracker on his car too, but she just happened to come across him on that day. And this video basically shows who she really is. And Cosgrove does not want it being played in court. And if we went in front of a jury, it would have been tougher to get this in front of a jury. But that's why we went with the bench trial, is because more shit gets admissible with the judge, because the judge knows what he could take into consideration and what he can't take into consideration. And so what he ends up doing is watching this in chambers. Okay. He watches the video in chambers.
The night, Judge. I don't know yet. I mean, I think so. I planned on it.
How long is it going to be?
It's like 2 minutes, Charlie.
Court, all right.
So they show the video. She tracks him down. Okay. And so it's not played in court, but he does watch this. And again, this is why we went with the bench trial, because we knew the judge was going to see this and he would understand as soon as he saw this video what was going on. So here's Frank Keegan's video.
All right, I gotta go. Come on, get out of my car, please. Wendy, can you get out of my car? Wendy, get out of my car. The kids are sitting in there.
Yeah, the kids
probably sweating.
The kids are
get out of my
screaming.
car, please.
So she has an order on him. So apparently he was supposed to run away and just abandon his car. She's obviously not scared of him. Get out of my car. Get out of my car. Get out of my car.
Come on, I gotta go get an oil change. I'm gonna say bye to the kids. What's that? And you didn't do that for my car. No, you didn't. Why did you say you did that for my car and you didn't?
What for your car?
You said you called it in. You did that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I fucking did. And you're welcome, by the way. I fucking go and help you out. And then you fuck me over behind my
Why did
back.
I fuck you over?
You're a
They're
fucking
taking 65%.
No, they're not. They're allowed to take 65%.
They're right.
Before taxes, it has not been anywhere near 65%. You're going to be proven wrong when they do the math in court. Because every fucking pay stub, they're going to go back and look. And it
Here
hasn't
comes
been
the cops,
anywhere near.
Lindsay. Here comes the police.
You're so dumb.
Here comes the police,
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Here comes the police. Lindsay, here comes the police. Here comes the police, you asshole. Get out of my car. Come on. Yeah. Lindsay, get out of my car. Nice knowing, Lindsay.
You better stop, Frankie, because I'll tell
Get out of my car.
You better stop. You better stop.
Thank you. Thank you. Nothing.
So she tries to, here's her explaining that video. Okay. So that video is like, that's the reason, because Cosgrove's whole thing was, when you left the courtroom, why didn't you just go to your car and leave? Okay. Number one, I didn't drive. I was in Meredith's car. My shit was in there. Number two, I go to that fucking parking lot where no one is. She's fucking there. What if she's there? I've seen this video on February 26th. I've already seen this video. I have every reason to believe this crazy fucking bitch is sitting in the fucking parking lot waiting for me. That she went into court, had me flushed out, and then fucking snuck out the back door and is sitting in the fucking parking lot waiting for me, waiting to trap me into a violation of the restraining order. So I stay where the police are. I stay where the crowds are. because I don't want to go to an isolated area because I feel unsafe around her. She makes me feel unsafe.
So, Ms. Kearney, the circumstances of that video, you've seen that video, right?
I have. Your client posted it all over the internet.
Your client posted it all over the internet for good reason.
So that's a yes?
Yes.
Mr. Keegan was trying to get his oil changed, and he was driving down Main Street in Walpole, and he pulls into the CVS parking lot in Walpole, and then you pulled up next to his car, and you got in his vehicle, right?
No, that's completely wrong.
Well, can we agree that you got in his vehicle?
And this is the police report from the Walpole police. They go, she also said to me that they were parked next to each other. Frances opened her back door of her vehicle to say hi to her kids. It did not appear to this officer that the victim was forced into this encounter, but actively engaged and played a role in this encounter. Oh, I asked her if she got into his car and would not get out. She said she was in his car because he asked her to get in. I asked her several times if she was in his car when he was outside the vehicle, not wanting her in his car. She again stated that she was in the car only because he invited her. But I thought she was scared of him.
Yes. Yeah.
And can we agree that you called the police?
No, I never called the police.
Someone else called the police.
I didn't call the police. I don't know who did.
And just sort of alluding to prior questions that I asked you, you had a restraining order on him, right?
Yes.
And that means that you went to a court and said, I'm afraid of this guy, keep him away from me.
Objection.
Objection sustained. You represented to a court that you were in fear of imminent bodily harm, correct?
It's established it was a restraining order. The court understands the standard. What's the next question?
And you asked specifically to keep him away from you, right?
Objection. Yes.
And you got an order that said, probably similar to this one, that he needed to stay probably 100 yards from you, right?
Yes.
And yet, when you saw him, you went to him and you got in his car a couple of feet away from him, right?
No, that's not at all what happened. I was at CVS first in the drive-through line at the pharmacy getting medication for my children. He followed me there
For your children, you're taking care of your children, right?
Yes.
And it's just a chance encounter?
No, he had been calling me all day, found out from his cousin where I was, and pulled into the parking lot next to me while I was in the drive-through line at the pharmacy. As my window was down, the passenger window, yelling at me to pull over, come over and park next to him. He wanted to talk to me. And I went and pulled over next to him. I didn't get out of my car at that point. I stayed in the driver's seat. My window was down. He came over, asking over and over for me to get out of my car to talk to him.
Isn't it true that he asked you over and over to get out of his car so that he could go get his oil change?
After he had started screaming, threatening me, tried to drive away with my leg out the door. Yeah, when he started.
It's funny. Tried to drive away with me with my leg out the door. I don't see anything about that in the police report. She doesn't mention anything about. I mean, she just makes shit up. She just makes it up. It's fucking crazy.
Recording after all of that.
He tried to drive away with your leg out the door?
He went forward about 2 feet, pretending to try to scare me.
Isn't it true that the video shows him not even in the car?
Mr. Brady, the video speaks for itself. Do you have anything further on this, or are you going to move on?
No.
The videos. That's Judge Pomeroy's way for saying I got it. I saw the video. I understand. And that's when a good seasoned veteran attorney knows that, like, we got this one in the bag. We got this one in the bag. We're good. We're good. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. And then we'll wrap this up. Hopefully some of us wrap it up.
No, it was called feeding the ducks. Well, it is. That's what we're doing right now. We're feeding ducks. Come here, duckies. Eat it. Eat it. Chew it. Swallow it. Don't bite my finger. Ooh, be nice. Ooh, close one. Feeding the ducks. You like that, ducky? Take it. Take it, duck. You like that, duck? We're best friends, duck. You want more? Don't be greedy. Feeding the ducks. You're feeding the ducks. You're feeding the ducks. You're feeding the ducks. Who? Me? Feed the ducks?
All right, we're back. All right, sorry about that. So anyway, I'll just keep showing bits and pieces of that during random shows. But yeah, let's end the final show here with a little turtle chats. Any goodbye turtle chats? Let's see if we have any here. Okay. Vicky sends $10, goes, exercising your right to remain silent and pleading the fifth, which you only do when you take the stand, are two different things. I'm not a lawyer, and even I know that. F you, Wendy Murphy. Exactly. Alicia sends $5, goes, when you get the W and can finally buy a boat, what will you name it? Enjoy a meal of food on your vacation. I'm going to have to put some thoughts into that. I don't know. I can't come up with something right now. So thank you, Alicia. Let's get the boat first, then we'll name it. Chris sends $50, goes, thanks for the laughs. Enjoy your vacation, brother. Well, thank you very much, Chris. I'll do that. Lisa sends $10, goes, also, can't be called a girlfriend without ever having a meal of food together. Exactly. Enjoy your much-deserved vacation. Love you for everything you've done to expose everything in our corrupt state. Yeah, there were no meals of food. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There was, I ordered nachos once or twice at, what was that place called in Norwood? The place I'd always go to. I forget. Mix something. I forget what it's called. I would go there. It was at a hotel. And I got the nachos and she couldn't have any. They were all for me. So there you go. So thank you for that. JP sends $5 and goes, earlier about Myles King, you said, I challenge anyone to read the charging documents and say he's not guilty. Well, can't you say that about any charging documents? I challenge you to read charging documents and say she's not guilty. That also sounds stupid. It's the state narrative. She's not. He might have done it, but it's innocent until proven guilty. No, wrong. You're wrong. You tried to do a gotcha there, JP, and you failed for $5. But thank you for the $5. But I read the Karen Reed charging documents actually prove that she's not guilty, because Ryan Nagel says in the charging documents that John O'Keefe was not inside or outside the car. That's it. If he wasn't inside or outside the car, he's inside the house. Boom. And the charging documents also say that the car is towed at 5:30 p.m., which we now know is a lie, right? And there's no, it's just so obvious. So obvious, right? So there's that. Okay, let me read some Cash Apps here. I think I had one or two, maybe one. Maggie sends $5 and goes, do you have the sniffles? And I love your son. He's so cute, isn't he? He's the best. And I do. I guess I'm starting to. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So thank you, Maggie. Diane sends $25 and goes, Annie Ruler here. Free Dr. Turtleboy. Well, thank you, Annie Ruler. Okay. The Paramore. The Paramore. The Paramore. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. All right, guys. Anyway, I am going to, I guess that's about it. We could call it the sex cult or the snapping turtle. Ryder. I did name a dog. That I had for 3 days. McMorgan's. That was it. Thank you, Emily. It was McMorgan's. That's right. Thank you. It was like the satellite McMorgan's, though. It wasn't like the real one on the Route 1 in Walpole. It was like the bootleg one on Route 1 in Norwood. So there's that. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to call it a night then. I just want to say I love all you fine people. I'll be on the Baker tomorrow night, the Broken Baker with the Broken English tomorrow night at 8:00. And then I'll have Sex Cult on Thursday night. And that's about it. Then we're back. Then Turtle Boy's gone for the week. All right. Maybe I'll see some of you people down the Cape, down the beaches. I'm sure I'll go to the Beachcomber at least once or twice in Wellfleet. And what is that? The Cahoon Beach there. I love it. I love it. We're going to go to all the beaches. It's going to be dope. But anyway, guys, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace to your bum crease and brush your teeth. All right.
It calls for data including calendars, alerts, reminders, notes, text messages, pictures, or videos from April 1st, 2023 through and including October 5th, 2023. 7 months.